strongly cautioned, the following programs are intended for mature audiences over the age of 18. These programs may contain some material that many parents would not find suitable for children and may include intense violence, sexual situations, coarse language, and suggestive dialogue.
ゾンビの時間、ゾンビの時間ですかよ、ゾンビよ。あ、ゾンビに遭遇したよ、ゾンビ。いい天気ですね、外に出て遊びましょう。ゾンビをティーバッグするには素晴らしい日だ。外に出て遊ぼう、遊ぼう、遊ぼう。素敵な一日だ。ゾンビをティーバッグするには素晴らしい日だ。ここに戻る、ここに戻る、戻って戻って戻って戻って。フラッシュバック。私を信じないと誰を信じないでしょうか。センサンブルー、誰を信じないの。私を信じないで誰を信じないでしょうか。セルスンブルー Fuck you。 センサンブルー、誰を信じないの。私を信じないで誰を信じないでしょうか。セルスンブルー、どうすることもできないの。誰を信じないがいいのか誰にもわからない。あ、またタイムは来た。戻って戻って戻って戻って。時間ここに戻る、ここに戻る、戻って戻って戻って。時間過去に戻る、戻って戻って戻って戻って。時間過去に戻る、戻る、戻って戻って戻って。時間過去に戻る、戻って戻って戻って。時間ゾンビ、そうゾンビの時間、ゾンビの時間です。時間よ、ゾンビよ。あ、ゾンビに遭遇したよ、ゾンビ本気ですね。外に出て遊びましょう、素晴らしい日だ。外に出て遊ぼう、遊べきだ。素敵なついだ。過去に戻る、戻る、戻って戻って戻って戻って戻って戻って。時間過去に戻る、戻る、戻って戻って戻って。また時間この上で不幸な魂たちを。セルサンブルーの驚異的な浄化欲がもたらすあの暗く残酷なフラッシュバック。私を信じないで誰を信じないでしょうか。セルサンブルー、誰を信じないの。私を信じないで誰を信じないで。どうすることもできなかった私をブルー。そり点で誰を信用すればいいのか誰にもわからない。
Welcome. Oh, is my mic working? Oh, there it goes. Welcome. Big ups, follow Babel, and any lurkers. As with tradition, DSP did a top 10 list in 2010 that I forgot was on YouTube, but it's mostly the fan voted. His actual list I don't think was ever uploaded, so I can't find any links to that. But then again, I couldn't find any links to the top 10 racist moments, and those are on YouTube because they had like older YouTube links I couldn't find. But we're just gonna go through this These different top 10 lists. Some of them are top 5, some are top 10. But his games of the year is for 2010. I believe I did 2009, but it's not like a tagged stream. It's just like a stream I did at some point. And I'll be working on some stuff down here. I can't let you listen to what I'm working on down here because it'll get flagged by you know who. That should give you a hint on what I'm working on. Where is this? There we go. Let's see.
It's Darkside Phil's Game of the Year Awards
Oh, baby.
2010. The top 20 best games of the year. The Game of the Year Awards for 2010 are now complete over on Blip TV. I did the top.
Big ups Blip TV. Also, this will not encompass the top races as pretty sure you had to have seen it by now somewhere. Somewhere.
Top 20 best games of the year had an epic showdown between the top 3.
Top
and
3.
We finally
Never
got a winner,
uploaded it.
so go check it out.
Never uploaded
Check
it.
the
Big ups, DSP.
video description for a link directly to my forums on my website, where you can find every
Go to the
single part
forums.
individually, or you can watch a playlist of all of them.
Big ups to Posey who did that.
What if I told you that Pi not only does
got-
it block ads,
We got hit with the same ad DSP did. God damn it.
but it also pays you? And I'm looking to buy an Ouija board on Amazon.
Man. We getting fucked.
Oh yeah, it's Darkside.
Oh yeah. He needs to start opening streams like that. Oh yeah.
Phil's top 10 fan-voted musical remixes of 20. Oh yeah, it's
Oh,
Darkside
yeah.
Phil's top 10 fan-voted
yeah,
musical remixes
Darkside
of 2010. 2010 was undoubtedly one of the most musical years over the internet, and it's hard to argue that the best musical remix this year was Antoine Dodgson's Bed Intruder song
Oh,
by
shit.
Shmo Yoho. However, being that I have become quite a large internet celebrity myself,
Whoa.
lots of my playthroughs actually were to my celebrity myself. However, being that I have become quite a large internet celebrity myself,
Let's go. Become quite a large internet celebrity myself, sir. Me, Darkside Phil, the guy.
lots of my playthroughs
And
actually
he put that there so you can't do that joke. I got felted right there. That's for me. Humility, what's that? LOL. Take that, Ziggy, you faggot.
were, to my
Oh, no.
surprise, remixed into musical songs. And this is something pretty original. It's not anything I asked to have done. Some people just took it upon themselves to take some of my commentary, which they found done. Some people just took it upon themselves to
Took it upon themselves. They stole my footage. Look at that. You talk about stealing and look who pulls up. Amazing, isn't it?
take some of my commentary, which they found funny during my game playthroughs, and actually remix it into some pretty unique and interesting songs. Whether it was some of the techno beats of
I don't even know what
Ghost
that
Drone,
means, guys.
the rock music of S Beast music,
hopefully you didn't.
or some other interesting things, there was definitely a lot of variety and a lot of interesting mixes here. So here's what went down. Over the past month, I've actually listed somewhat 25 remixed songs that were made over the course of 20.
I think it's the Antoine Dobson song, Bed Intruder. 'Cause he talked about that early in the video. Right there. By the way, if you didn't know,
By Shmo Yoho. However, being that I have become quite a large internet celebrity myself,
that's right. Quite large himself. Then he hit you with this.
lots of my
Look at that. It's like when he took that sip of that beer in that one video, and it's like, oh, this shit is horrible. Now I don't even know where we were. Thanks a lot, guy with 2 names.
5 remix down override music of S Beast music or some other interesting things.
It was
There's
his
definitely
peak.
a lot of variety and a lot of interesting mixes here. So here's what went down. Over the past month, I've actually listed somewhat 25 remixed songs that were made over the course of 2010. You the
Had little haters. People were making videos, but they were few and far in between. Just making videos. Still kind of had a job, at least in the beginning of the year, not towards the end. Nah, we will peak DSP here.
Fans voted on thekingofhate.com for your top 10 favorites, and we finally narrowed it down. So here we go.
It's not Wooper skin, it's a Wooper hoodie and beanie.
Starting with number 10 of the top 10 fan-voted musical remixes of 2010. One quick note before we start. Please be notified that I did not actually own the original video mixes of these songs. The actual artists had them, and in the interest of staying, you, the fans, voted on thekingofhate.com for your top 10 favorites, and we finally narrowed it down. So here we go, starting with number 10 of the top 10 fan-voted musical remixes of 2010. One quick note before we start. Please be notified that I did not actually own the original video mixes of
Please be notified
these songs. The actual artists had them, and in the interest of actually getting this done in a timely manner by the end of the year, I did not have time to contact each person individually and receive the original recordings. So therefore, we're basically just going off of what was able to be taken off of YouTube, and therefore not everything might be full HD quality for this particular top 10 countdown. So here we go.
Oh shit, here they come, fuck those motherfuckers. Chop them with the big shit sword. Chop them with the big, chop them with the
What a
big
classic.
shit, chop them with the big shit sword. My sword has titties,
It's the best sword ever. Two big bitties. Oh, look at him go.
Number 10, Two Big Jin Tig Biddies by Ghost Drone 110. Ghost
Just
Drone's
having
first
fun.
entry
Big ass
of
sword,
many
big
into
ass
the top
titties.
10 favorite musical remixes of 2010 countdown is a pretty original one. It actually is made out of footage of the new Prince of Persia game that came out in 2010. And if you actually played this game, you know that there was a very limited cast of characters. One of the main characters in the game was a female Jin.
Oh, is it too loud? Hold on, let me look at the... Where am I? Oh yeah, I'm pushed way down for some reason. I think I was playing with the mic settings. I was doing something, I was recording something else, and I needed it to be not that high.
Who basically aids the prince throughout the entire game. Now, at the end of the game, this Jin actually transmogrifies herself magically into a sword, which the prince then uses to basically finish the game and tear through all the enemies. Now, the funny twist that Ghost Drone put on this is that I actually made a crack during the game that my sword actually has some tig bitties, because
Some tig bitties, let's go.
breasts were actually abnormally large for a character in a video game.
Wait,
in
what?
fact, they were pretty much her only distinguishable characteristic by the end of the game. So
There you go. You just had some titties. He wasn't joking.
I actually made a crack during the game that my sword actually has some tig bitties, because
Tig bitties.
the Jin's breasts were actually abnormally large for a character in a video game. In fact, they were pretty much her only distinguishable characteristic by the end of the game.
Sitting 45 feet away from the microphone is peak streamer. Get out of here.
So, just take a listen. It's a pretty unique rap song.
A rap song, DSP Cole. Yeah, let's go. This is a rap song. You can't take it away now, guy with two names. Drake, Eminem, DSP.
I really like it.
Let's go.
Put the original link into this video.
Forgot about Dre. Jin, two Jin big tig bitties.
We'll do for the rest of the countdown.
It's a wrap.
This is
Let's
a
go.
Fairly solid entry.
Yeah,
First song
solid.
in our top 10.
He's got to put some more
fan-favorite
N-words in
musical
it, though.
remixes of 2010.
Get to the wall, jump on the beat. Get to the wall, jump on the beat.
Yo, that was it. And we got hit with another commercial. Fuck you, YouTube. Get wrecked. Literally get wrecked. You got like 9 seconds of song. By the way, download on iTunes today. Big ups.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's the Bed Shooter song. Yeah, it's the Bed Shooter song by this dude.
Dark Side Phil's top 10.
Oh yeah, and we open up with Oh Yeahs. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. It's
Oh
Dark Side
yeah.
Phil's top 10 fan voted
Oh,
musical
yeah.
remixes of 2010. Number 9, the original Thugs on the Flow by Ghost Drone 110.
I believe this Ghost Drone dude is like all his songs are on this
Now
list.
talking. This
Like
is
it's
a song
impossible for him not to
started it all.
win.
the original remix by Ghost Drone 110 that basically started a chain reaction of music remixes over the.
So it's this dude's fault.
To be completely
We gotta
honest,
find him.
I'm super surprised that this is so low on the countdown. I mean, just think about this. I had, on the spur of the moment, decided to play Mass Effect.
Spur of the moment.
Over again, basically, before the release of Mass Effect 2 early in 2010. Simply because I loved the game and I hadn't had a chance to do it since I was doing game playthroughs on YouTube. Well, Ghost Drone liked the playthrough so much.
He liked
actually
it.
Took some footage and some audio from one particular part when I'm actually saving a doctor by being jumped by some generic enemies that are literally called thugs in the game.
Thugs. There we go.
Thugs on the Flow remix. Now, the real story about this is that if you remember earlier in that year on American Idol, there was actually a man who had come on and had did an impromptu rap about pants on the ground. Now, this guy was obviously a joke. He was way too old to actually even audition for the show, but they still let him on because he was pretty funny. So after literally just watching that probably the night before, it was fresh in my mind, and when this happened in the game, I just said, you know, pants on the ground, well, what about thugs on the floor? And
nothing he does is original. He just takes other people's shit.
And the rest is history.
The rest is history.
It's a really cool remix, and I think everyone's enjoyed it ever since. So
Pants on the Ground is the original Thugs on the Floor. That's fucking stupid.
There is probably
there you go.
For it, which we will find out later on.
Yeah, because this dude's all over this playlist. What the hell are you talking about, DSP? Get fucked ads. Let's go.
Oh yeah, it's Dark Side.
Bro, it's not me.
Top
It's the
10
DSP's
fan-voted
videos.
Musical remixes of 2010.
And I don't know how loud is
Wake,
these remixes are gonna be.
By
This is a trash remix, by the way. There's an actual remix that has Michael Jackson music in the background. This is a trash one.
One of the most
Get out of
original
here.
games of the year. Alan Wake had a unique, spooky atmosphere that captured the player during the course of the game.
Captured me.
And I made several comparisons of this game to actually Michael Jackson's Thriller video from the 1980s. So it's no surprise that during the playthrough, I ended up belting out a couple bars of Thriller to the Alan Wake, you know, Alan Wake.
But you were hitting at it.
And, you know, just messing around with that, trying to say some
You're just messing
things
around,
to the tune.
having fun. By the way, I'll be eating
Actually,
cough drops
several
all
people
night
caught this
because
and attempted
my
to do
nose is
remixes of
motherfucking
it.
runny.
Now, I put some of the best ones into the top 25 song category on kingofhate.com. The fans voted, and it was the Marcus Bajeri remix by Brand Flugen, which got 5.54% of the total vote.
Very nice.
One thing that I really like about this is the unique auto-tuning that he uses makes it sound like a legitimate club song.
Club song. Let's go.
Captured so much of the vote and why
We got a
really
rap
like
song
this
and a club song.
Very
Club
original,
DSP.
Excellent.
Let's
addition
go.
To the top 10 countdown by Brand Flugen, and I hope that we
Brand
hear from him
Flugen,
in
by the way.
Future.
Is he done? Yo, these are short ass videos. I thought they would at least play like a little bit of the music, but like he like drowns out the music and then lets like a little bit play at the end, which is really kind of fucking stupid.
Oh yeah, it's
oh yeah.
Phil's top 10 fan
Bed Intruder song again.
Remixes of 2010.
This is a Bed Intruder song for DSP.
This is for the
It's not this one.
The Rock Lords.
The Rock Lord.
The Psychonauts.
Psychonauts.
And all the other third-rate transforming robots.
The ones that didn't get their dues. Let's go.
Here we go.
Number 7, Platformers by S-Beast Music.
Go, go, go.
Platformers is our first rock song to make the top.
And we got a rock song now. He does all the genres.
And I'm pretty pleased to
You can't
say
stop
that
him.
S-Beast Music is an excellent guitarist, and this arrangement is very, very good. I
man, why is he
personally
not
like
the same?
rock music over several other types of music.
Oh, it's because it's not the
favorites.
fucking
And,
same
I do
face the
have to
same
say
way.
that
Duh.
This particular song really piqued my interest. Now, this came about when I was playing the Enslaved playthrough this year. And there was a lot of platforming on that game.
A lot of
It was a little
platforming,
bit
as you
unique
know.
Because it was a little bit more free-flowing than other platforming games that I played before. But you were jumping across pipes, beams,
Pipes.
wings of actual flying.
If you listen to the lyrics, it's literally just jumping
And, at
from
one
actual
point,
just pipes.
Made a little
Yeah,
bit
he's
of
just like
reference to
pipes.
Transformers and their old theme song from the 1980s
80s.
Animated movie by singing platformers. And SBs took that, ran with it, and turned it into what I thought was a really outstanding rock remix. So good job by SB's Music, capturing 7.07% of the total vote. And makes a very, very good home as the number 7 spot on the top 10 fan-voted best musical remixes of 2010.
Yo, so loud.
Yo, what up, Ziggy? Doing the bass drum.
This dude again? This dude really pushing it, whatever thing he is fucking selling. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, it's
Oh, yeah.
Darkside Phil's top 10 fan-voted musical remixes of 2010.
Did you hear that? You shouldn't be able to hear that. Shouldn't be any audio for that.
What the fuck? I went back in
Is there audio?
Going back in time.
Number 6.
No, there shouldn't be any
Going Back in
audio for that.
Time by Ghost Drone 110.
You actually hear that?
This one's actually pretty unique because it's one of the more mellow songs that Ghost Drone has done over his long span of entries. And actually, it was a lesser-known game that I was playing called Singularity. It was an FPS game that most media had actually written off. But this game was actually about...
Oh wait, if you're not supposed to be able to hear that. Yeah, you can't hear that. It's getting picked up in the fucking... what do I have turned on? Can't be Blender thing. The window? Thought I had to make a Blender audio thing for that though. What's that? Oh no, that's the clown face. Yeah, you're not supposed to be able to hear that. No, I have to work. No, I have to work in that window. That's why. And I can't mute that because the audio clip is in there. I don't think you understand. You don't understand. Like, if that, I can't do anything with that if it's playing. It's not playing right now. It's paused. It only plays when I play the audio in thing because it's linked to the. It's linked to this. It's linked in here. It can't. It's linked to this. I don't know. You can't see it down here, but it's linked to. It's linked to the timesheet down here. It's legit. Oh, I can't even stretch it that far. It's like the song's legit 3,338 frames. So if I do anything in here, it's gonna play. And this is where I gotta work in. I wanna know how it's picking it up. Because I didn't have... Because I know I did have Blender audio for something else I was doing, but I thought I deleted that. Yeah, look at this real quick. No, I don't want to capture audio. Like, no, I can capture it, then maybe I can turn it off. Let me see. Let's see. Let's see if that will do it.
Like a penny. R.I.P.
Did you hear it that time? That time I fucking at least try to mute it in the thing.
Hitting a time warp, going back in time, and seeing how your actions in the past ended up changing the present. And
I still have to
going off of that,
design
Ghost Drone took
background
some
dances
pretty
too.
cool,
I
funny
can do
things
that for a
I
little
said,
bit. So I
made
figure
a
this
pretty
out.
original song, and there's even a little bonus at the end of this one where he
Little
takes some
bonus.
of the words. Obviously, I had to do a little bit of a spoof of the Rocky Horror Picture Show's Time
He had
Warp,
to.
classic song and dance number, because the content of the game really was about time travel, and Ghost Drone really twisted that and turned it into a pretty funny parody at
twist
the end
it.
of the video. So be sure to check it out. We're going back in time. It took 7.16% of the vote, and it was a worthy
I like that he gives us this weird
Don't trust
consented
who? Self
thing.
in blue. Don't trust who?
Can't mute the source. Because the source is a
It's
window.
Dark Side Phil's top 10 fan
Dude's like,
voted
mute
musical
the
remixes
source.
of 2010.
The rain is very heavy. Heavy is the rain. Yes, the rain has lots of mass and weight.
I tried muting the source.
The rain is very heavy. Heavy is
Number
the
5, The
yes,
Rain is Very
lots of
Heavy by
mass and
Ghost
weight.
Drone 110.
The rain is very heavy. Heavy
Where's
is the
Blenda?
rain. Yes,
The Blender's not
This
even
one was
on. It's
actually
on
one of my
off.
personal
Get out of
favorites.
here.
And the reason is that Ghost Drone was able to take literally maybe 2 or 3 sentences that I said in my entire playthrough of Heavy Rain and turn it into a really catchy song. And again, another one of a mellow entry, but he actually put the music over the credits of Heavy Rain, the real actual credits of the game.
The
And
actual
funny thing
credits.
is,
Let's go.
I think this song actually fits better than the music that they actually put into the credits.
This dude's sucking himself off. He wants to be in the credits of Heavy Rain. Excuse me. Damn. He did. Holy shit! Every time I go to talk, he did want this. He tried to do a petition for his fans were doing a petition for Heavy Rain, but I don't know what it was for. I think it was for like re-releasing it on like a re-release or something. It was something to push whoever the makers of it were, Quantum whatever. But he wanted them. They were doing like a petition on his forums, but I don't know what it was for. Maybe it was for this. I gotta look. I gotta dig
Pretty
deeper
cool.
into
Hey,
it.
if they ever
I
make
just
a
found
collector's
like
edition of this game,
I just found the printable like thing for what it was. Let me see if I can bring it up. Hopefully it's on this computer. Maybe sorta. What the fuck is this? Oh no, it's not that. Good. Even sometimes I take pictures of shit and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing with this? Oh, here we go. Is it? Yeah, there it is. I'll put this in there. They wanted to petition Quantic Dreams for whatever the fuck this was. Oh my god, so many stupid pictures to scroll by. Oh my god, did I pass it? What the fuck this was? Oh, director's cut. DSP said if we all come together, we can get a petition going, and if we all stand together and shout, we will be heard. They are gamers, hear them roar. And ask for Mountain Dew and Fanta. Us PS3 gamers are millions strong, and if we can spread this Heavy Rain director's cut idea out of this box and into other gaming communities, we can get Quantic Dream's attention. Now that we are petitioning for a new release of the game, but for us to be heard by them, maybe they can get some courage, stand up for themselves against those assholes business producers. Let's go. It sounds like DSP wrote this. Wait a minute. And who knows, maybe we can get them to release a new director's cut version of the game. If you haven't seen Heavy Rain video on the King of Hate HD channel, go now. I'm in. I don't know if that was DSP, it was just on the forums. But there you go. DSP starting the gamer revolution war. So many lives will be lost. Oh, what is going on now? It's still live? The fuck is it telling me? Something's configured wrong? Too fucking bad, OBS. Being weird.
Or a director's cut like I suggested, I say they should give Ghost Drone 110 a call and see about putting his music over the credits, because I think they're really, really cool.
Big ups, Chef Boy, your dad. 2010 DSP Game Awards, but not the actual awards because he never uploaded those to YouTube. It's just the fan ones, and then some other stupid shit I might have while I'm working on stuff. But mostly DSP's gaming choices from 2010. And we're in the fan-voted musical remixes. And DSP said this should be in the game. Better. This song was better than the ending song in the actual game. And we're getting bombarded with ads again.
Oh yeah, it's Darkside Phil's top 10 fan musical remixes of 2010.
Oh god. Another version of Thugs on the Floor. Let's go. Same dude again. This dude's all over this. This dude has like 4 songs already, and we're on number 3. How can we not win?
Alright, so my previous comments about how the original Thugs
Are you
on the
waiting to
Floor song,
receive my lip
being
penis?
so low on the countdown now kind of makes sense.
Hands over there.
Big up, Sean. Welcome to the stream. We are doing the 2010 video game countdown from
Thugs on the
DSP.
Floor Resurrection was basically a combination of all of the different versions of Thugs on the Floor that Ghost Drone 110 had made over the course of several months.
Yeah, like 3
If I remember
versions.
correctly, the original Thugs on the Floor was actually recorded during my Mass Effect 1 playthrough, and then directly after Mass Effect 1, I played Mass Effect 2, in which he added certain things like Shepard on the Floor and Bugs in the Air, and then later on, during the first
Fucking
expansion
3
of Mass Effect 2,
remixes.
he
Eat that, R.
actually
Kelly.
my face. So the combination of all 4 or 5 of these different things really comes together in one well-polished final version of the song. I personally think that this is an excellent remix, and
Excellent.
everyone should definitely check it out.
Look at that striping.
This one actually got 11.37% of the popular
Thanks
vote,
for the
meaning it's
numbers.
the first song to break over 10% of the vote overall. Good job, Ghost Drone.
What the hell kind of play? The fuck is that shit? Is it jumped? Ah, game is nonsense. Shit just jumped in the air.
Rims on this fucking thing. That's right. Watch
No, you
this.
got rims on them. Let's go.
Watch this. Oh yeah.
I like how that commercial had the word hate in it. Oh, that was great. You seen that flash?
Oh yeah, it's Dark Side
Oh,
Phil's
yeah.
Top 10 fan-voted musical remixes of 2010.
Oh, great. Is this the same dude again? No, it's the other dude, the SB Beast. Or some shit like that. Got a headshot on him.
He sniped the shit out of all the robots in the room. Whoa, we got a headshot on it. That's what I call a headshot.
Number 3, Woo! By SB's Music.
Let's see what kind of enemies are around here. There's some geckos. There's definitely ghoul activity up here.
The second
He's just
of
letting this one
SB's
play.
Music's entries into the top 10 most popular fan-voted music remixes of 2010. Boone takes exclusively footage from my playthrough of Fallout New Vegas, and one of my companions, in fact the first companion that I was able to get in that game, Boone. Boone is an army ranger who's basically an expert sniper. And once you figure out who it was that ended up killing his wife and
Oh, no.
but selling her as a slave,
Slave,
he
no.
actually executes this woman in a pretty brutal fashion, as you can see.
Jeannie
during
Mae,
this
get that
video
bitch.
That S-Beast has made. But the coolest thing about this is that once again, he was able to take just a couple lines from my playthrough, me just saying Boone, and how amazed I was at what rid of a sniper he was. I mean, he was basically killing robots that I couldn't even kill. He was shooting them with one-hit headshots and just taking them out like crazy. It was really impressive to me, and just taking those reactions and turning it into a really cool rock mix. I mean, it was.
And we got rock. So we got rap. We got. Oh, what was the other one?
The top 10. It took 14.30
Pop or something like that. And now we got rock.
Music. I hope that we'll hear more rock remixes from you in the
Let's
future,
go.
because I really do like your stuff.
Variety streamer, variety singer, baby. Double kill.
Sound effect.
Wow, them people are going hard with that fucking commercial. Or that ad.
Oh yeah, it's Dark Side Phil's Top 10 fan-voted musical remixes of 2010.
Why did you leave him, Ethan?
Oh boy.
Why? Wasn't it enough
Punch
losing
the
Jason?
bitch punching song. No, DSP.
Number 2, Falcon Punch.
Yeah, he was like, don't listen to nobody, them old people. And he's like, wait a minute, I'm old. But he's like 33, and he's like, I'm old. He'll be like, I'm old, 33, I need a... I didn't know they put those in the music video. Pretty cool. He's like, I'm old, I'm 33. It's like, dude, what are you talking about? He's constantly calling himself old. Big up Slime, welcome. All his songs are about him. If you ever listen to him, it's like all his songs are just him playing the game. Pretty much. Like the most basic like explanation. Especially that platformer song. It's just him talking about the buttons he's pressing. He's like, X, I press X. He's like, jump, I gotta go to the pipe over here. It's all just stupid. But welcome to the stream.
So this one actually has a pretty unique genesis, so to speak.
Uh-oh.
This one came about when during my playthrough of Heavy Rain, there's a scene where Ethan Mars, unfortunately, is at a police station and his son has been kidnapped. Now,
Oh no.
if you remember correctly, he already had a previous son who had been murdered. Well, not
He had a
murdered, but
previous,
killed in a
sir.
tragic car
Previous
accident
son.
at the beginning of the game. And so his now separated wife shows up at the police station and really digs into him. And I mean,
Oh,
anyone
no.
who's ever you know, would have a heartstring for this guy. To have someone dig into him like she did really would piss you off. I wanted
And
to slap her
DSP
myself.
DSP wanted
So
to
at
beat
that
up a
time, I just
lady.
had to
Let's go.
express my amazing frustration and anger with the way that she was talking to Ethan.
How dare you talk
Obviously
to
was feeling
Ethan?
horrible about what had happened. It was just so confused about how it could have happened. And basically, how else are you going to express that in a video game besides Falcon
Punch a bitch. Just punch a
And
bitch.
so I Falcon punched her right in the face on camera, and it became a pretty popular part of the playthrough.
It became great. It
And
became part of the
Ghost Drone remix.
became part of the
other cool thing about
playthrough.
this is that he
I love when
actually took some
DSP
of the
punches
funnier parts
bitches.
of my Heavy Rain playthrough and integrated them into his song. For example, most of the funny action quick time events, he just takes it and somehow manages to take
Somehow.
the words when during those quick time events, calling out what I was doing, and turns it into a hilarious beat.
But he's
And
always
it
doing
works.
that.
So, really great.
Like
and
him
one of
talking
my
about like
favorites
exactly
for
what
sure.
he's doing. Like I'm gonna walk
Only
over there. Is like
2% of the popular vote separated this from being
most
number
of his
one
content.
on the top 10 remixes of the year. So I can see
You
why
see
it's so
that?
popular.
I walked over
Here it
there.
is, Falcon Punch.
Falcon
Bitch.
punch, bitch.
Way, move, bitch, get out the way, get out the way, bitch, get out the way. Bitch, Falcon punch, push, Falcon punch,
Bitch.
bitch, Falcon punch, push, Falcon punch.
I like that we even get his fist punching the lady in the face. I just noticed that. DSP committing virtual assault.
Oh yeah, it's Dark
Oh,
Side
yeah.
Trail's top 10 fan-voted musical remixes of 2010. Number 1 and the winner for
Oh, shit.
fan-voted favorite musical remix of 2010 is
Fan voted, right? Number 1 and DSP's pick. Fan voted, but DSP's pick. Number 1, baby.
Ghost Drone 110's I Spawn, I Die.
Oh shit.
Let's do this. Let's fucking do this. I spawn, I
Yeah.
spawn, I die.
Ghost Drone should make a video, another song where it's like, I don't want to fight. I'm putting my hands behind my back. I'm an alcoholic. That'd be great.
I spawn, I die. 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 I spawn, I die.
All right.
Yeah, I just got that. Like, he hasn't, he played Smash Bros. Like, what was that last one that came out? He played that one. But, like, around this time, I don't think he was playing Smash Bros. And I think he hated Smash Bros. At least around this time and period, like, people wanted it to be, like, competitive, and they weren't too happy about it. Or they didn't want it to be competitive. Very strange times. Big ups to Ball Blank. Welcome. Watching his 2010 musical remixes and other awards. And this is his pick and the fans' pick. Just coincidentally happens to be the same.
All right,
I
this is
Spawn,
it,
I
the big
did.
one,
The big one.
The winner, and I can see why. My
Why?
third player
My.
playthrough of Modern Warfare 2's online gameplay was one of some of the funniest footage I think I had of that game.
Let's go.
And first of all,
Dick sucking
the fact
himself.
that in a first-person shooter there would even be a third-player mode is kind of ridiculous. So they knew that they were kind of messing around by adding this mode. But
Okay.
the fact that they actually had Dust as one of the maps that you could play on, and you just be in this area, and literally every 2 seconds you would just spawn and immediately get killed, was just ridiculous. Now, at this time, this was about the time when actually the online gameplay of Modern Warfare 2 had started to go on
Oh, boy.
the south side, and everyone was running around abusing dual shotguns, doing all the strategy.
Abusing dual shotguns? That's what you're supposed to do.
The quick scoping and all that nonsense. So it was real fucking horrendous gameplay, and I was just so pissed off trying to do this that I did not enjoy it at all, and you could hear my frustration coming through in the gameplay. So what did Ghost Drone do? He said, hey, I'm going to take some of that, and I'm going to take some of these hilarious things Phil's saying and turn it into a classic remix. And it's exactly what he did. Definitely the most popular song by far. In fact, if you look at the view count, it's also the most popular song by views, I believe. So it makes sense that this would be voted the most popular song overall for the year. Really good by Ghost Drone. This one took actually more than one trying to do this. that I did not enjoy at all, and you could hear my frustration coming through in the gameplay. So what did Ghost Drone do? He said, hey, I'm going to take some of that, and I'm going to take some of these hilarious things Phil's saying and turn it into a classic remix. And it's exactly what he did. Definitely the most popular song by far. In fact, if you look at the view count, it's also the most popular song by views,
By views, baby. If it got the most views, it goes to #1. Let's go.
believe. So it makes sense that this.
God damn, I couldn't stop myself from coughing. Holy shit, I had to pop another cough
really
drop.
Good by Ghost Drone. This one took actually more than one.
Winter's kicking my ass.
Vote, getting 20.53% of the actual votes cast on thekingofhate.com. So great job, Ghost Drone. Now, a lot of people have asked me what happened to Ghost Drone, because it's been quite a while since he's done a remix. I think it's actually been something like 4 months, and some people were starting to get worried about him. Well, I'm happy to announce that he did actually post up on his YouTube channel a couple weeks back, basically saying he is fine, don't worry, you know, everything is good. He actually went to college this fall and has not had time really to vote, getting 20.53% of the actual votes cast on thekingofhate.com. So great job, Ghost Drone. Now, a lot of people have asked me what happened to Ghost Drone, because it's
A lot of people are worried about Ghost Drone. DSP was worried. Yo, you ain't got no more mixes, dog? What's going on? Help me. Spread the word.
been quite a while since he's done a remix. I think it's actually been something like 4 months, and some people were starting to get worried about him. Well, I'm happy to announce that he did actually post up on his YouTube channel a couple weeks back, basically saying he is fine, don't worry, you know, everything is good. He actually went to college this fall and has not had time really to do any remixes. He does still keep up with my videos, he does still follow, but you know, he just has not had time to do it. And I mean, that's it, that's life. Sometimes people.
That was 100% DSP looking for this dude. He got busy with life. He had to go to college. This is DSP hunting this dude down. Oh man, my throat is fucking wrecked.
Had time really to do any remixes. He does still keep up with my videos.
I still keep up with your videos, Phil. I like you. You're the guy. Oh well, thank you, Ghost Drone.
He does still follow.
He does still follow.
But, you know, he just has not had time to do it.
Don't have time to do it, dude. I'm in college. What the fuck? You're a grown-ass man. Leave me alone.
And, I mean, that's it. That's life. Sometimes people get
That's
busy with other
life.
stuff.
I get busy.
Ghost Drone, definitely the MVP this year for remix
God damn.
submissions. And, really cool. Happy to accept.
I don't even know what the hell happened. My throat just
was
got
a fan
super
of Big Enough
fucking
Fan
dry.
to do these for me. And, I hope that sometime in the future he gets some time freed up to come back and make some more.
Yeah, come back. Make some more free shit, bro. Come on.
Alright, so you might be saying to yourself, that's cool, we know what the top 10 fan-voted favorites are.
Oh,
What's
there's a...
DSP's favorite
Oh,
song
alright.
here? I mean, he's the one who, you know, is being remixed. What did he think?
Never mind about all that shit talk I talked about earlier. Let's go! The best song!
The hell is this music?
What the hell is this music indeed?
The best, the fifth is the bad, fucking Proto Man. Proto Man, son. Proto Man. The best, the fifth
I have no faith that he'll ever figure out AI. No! He should try it, because you know what would be funny? He'll slip in begs by accident. He'll just start going into, like, pre-stream diatribes in the middle of, like, AI songs. He'll be like, yeah, I'm the king of hate, been on the internet for 16 years. Now, guys, I've been doing this for 16 years, but I really need the support for you. It would be like choruses of it. Oh, it'd be terrible.
I'll pull up.
Yeah, the Mega Man song. What number? I don't know.
Well, to be completely honest with everyone, I gotta give it to the Mass Defects Mega Man vs. DSP motherfucker mix. I am extremely surprised this did not make the top 10 of fan-voted favorites. Honestly,
shit.
I think it got overlooked. I think people forgot what it was or didn't recognize it from the name. This is the song where basically he talks about Proto Man. He's the fucking man because he's got a fucking shield and an ascot. And
an
has all
ascot.
hilarious quips and things that happen during my Mega
You got a
Man
shield and an
this year.
ascot. I thought it was an
personally
ass
hilarious
cock or something like that. I don't know what the fuck he was saying.
quips and things that happen
The
in my
entire
video.
time. I thought he was talking about cock. I'm like,
I
what?
personally think this is probably the best song simply because this is a song that I would pump in my car on my stereo and just
That's right. DSP bumps this shit in his car. You heard him.
best song simply because this is a song that I would pump in my car on my stereo.
Yeah. Driving down the street, elbow out the window. All you hear is motherfucker, motherfucker.
Stereo and just boom, boom.
Yeah.
Just the basic club music style of it.
Club music style. DSP pulling up. You see that guy right there? That go DSP. He a dick rider.
It's amazing. And, again, it's similar to a lot of the other songs that were made this year. This is a song. It sounds like a song that would be played in a nightclub, and it's just hilarious that these people were able to take.
It's my remix. That's gross.
From my playthroughs and turn it into legitimate sounding songs. So, The Mass Defect, you get my wink this year for best remix of the year. I feel bad that you didn't make the top 10 fan voted, but too bad. I think you're the best, and you had to get a shout out from me. So everyone, go check out his channel.
Yeah, fuck the guy who won.
That is our top 10 fan voted favorite music remixes. Thanks a lot to everyone who did a remix this year.
Died. Good job, DSP.
Continuing to do them, and I hope to get some more great ones in the future.
What a cocksucker.
I agree. What a cocksucker.
Bad fucking Proto Man.
Proto Man, son. Proto Man. See, he let that one play out for a little bit.
Dark Side Plus.
Oh shit, Rydrake's here. Big ups, Rydrake. We'll watch it. Hate again. You seen that? It's a commercial about hate, but maybe it's targeted because of DSP's channel. Now this is the top 10 worst gaming moments of 2010. Number 10. You just missed the music, Rydrake. What was it? I Spawn, I Die won. Best fan voted. But DSP liked Proto Man better. So Proto Man was the actual winner.
As 2010 draws to a close, it's time to start reflecting on how this year has been. And truth be told, a lot of the stuff that's really been bugging us this year is coming to a positive resolution. Howard Stern just renewed another 5-year deal on Sirius XM satellite radio. Conan O'Brien's back on the air, albeit with a really weird-looking beard. And I'm now doing YouTube as my full-time job after being laid off several months ago. However,
let's go through that in there. You see who he throws himself in the mix with? Howard Stern, Conan O'Brien, Dave Burnell. Howard Stern, Conan O'Brien, this guy. Wait a minute. Something's a little bit off here. Also, this is a bad thing that Howard said. He should have lost his job. He gets DSP fired from Blip. Get him out of here. I don't have anything about Conan. He's a Simpsons writer. Lock him up. This dude looks extra happy for no reason. And then you got him. Just standing there. How you doing? I do YouTube videos and I lost my job. You'll hear about it. At least up until 2024 at least. What's up? My name's Phil.
Doing YouTube as my full-time job after being laid off several months ago. However, just because things have come to a positive
Titans
conclusion
of
doesn't
culture.
mean we have to forget what happened and all the shit that got dumped on our heads in 2010.
Oh.
So let's talk a little bit about the negative.
Let's
Things
go.
that we wish
Let's be
never
negative.
happened, that
Toxic.
we want to forget ever happened, and that we hope will obviously not continue to happen in the future.
Hey, it's a Final Fantasy thing
It's time
game.
for the worst gaming moments of 2010. So let's lay the ground rules on what could be considered one of the worst gaming moments of 2010. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be something that happens in-game, although it very possibly could be. A game bug, just some really difficult boss that makes no sense, a total flip on gameplay that changes the way a game is played, even though you actually enjoyed the game up to that point, but also...
Oh yeah, also DSP here again using copywritten music. I'm pretty sure this is a real song, Stuck in the Middle with You. I don't know where it's from, but it's definitely a real song. I don't know why I didn't get picked up by the copyright thing, but that's a real song.
things outside of the physical gaming realm that could just possibly piss us off, such as false copyright claims or just being unable to even put videos up that you might want to, or even a very bad focus of game development on a certain area where we feel that probably is not the best for the hardcore gamer. All in all, these moments are some of the things that
I just can't think of if the name is Stuck in the Middle with You. I just don't know if it's the actual song. I know it's part of the. I know it's part of the song. I just don't know if it's the name of it.
Number 10, the Dante's Inferno playthrough.
DSP, get that out of our face.
Now, you might be saying to yourself, what Dante's Inferno playthrough?
Yeah.
And that's a great question, because what you see on your screen right now is the total amount that I can show you of the Dante's Inferno playthrough. That's right, nothing. I tried to actually upload this game to YouTube, and as soon as I started, part 1 was flagged for indecency.
I think you could, like, do this after, like, a month or something. Because I'm pretty sure I looked this game up and try to find, like, the oldest playthrough I could. At least going back to at least 2010. And I think there was one up. I would do it now, but I'm too lazy. But I'm pretty sure after a while you could upload it.
Indecency strike for violation of YouTube's rules.
Oh.
Now, why exactly did this happen? Here's the bottom line. Dante's Inferno is a very God of War style game, and it has a very strong adult content based off of the Dante's Inferno, which is an actual book, a poetic work, a real work of written fiction.
Poetic work, a real work of written fiction. That should be a category.
Adult content based off of the Dante's Inferno, which is an actual book, a poetic work, a real work of written fiction. It very closely follows this story, and so you actually end up going.
It was like based on it. Stop being stupid.
The different levels of hell, fighting all kinds of demons and monsters and stuff. And basically, you know, there's a lot of nudity.
We got the demons got their dicks out. Demons got their tits out. We get it.
Be honest. There's a lot of nudity, a lot of excessive gore.
Nudity?
Basically, you know, there's a lot of nudity. Let's be honest. There's a lot of nudity, a lot of.
Not a lot of nudity. Let's go nudity.
And basically, you know, there's a lot of nudity. Let's be honest. There's a lot of nudity, a lot of excessive gore.
Nudity.
I mean, there's even an entire level based off of lust, which is one of the levels of hell that he has to go through.
Yeah.
And
thought he said he couldn't show us any gameplay. He's showing us footage right here.
From the start, his wife gets murdered and her shirt gets ripped off, and when she gets killed, she's actually topless. So
that's what you call police's butt.
What I ended up trying to do was put this playthrough on other sites, and I'm gonna be honest with everyone. I tried Dailymotion, I tried Blip TV, I tried there are 100 different gaming websites that I forget the names. There were so many that I tried.
Wii Games. He put up 2 episodes there, and then the site admin said that they were going to try to help him. And DSP emailed them the files. And whatever fucking files he was using, even they couldn't figure out why his files were rubbish. So, RIP Wii Games. It's a Chinese site now. So, DSP outlasted him. Bitches. Can't fault the king!
Bottom line is this. Nothing is as good or as useful for game playthroughs as YouTube, and it's that simple. Now, I know that a lot of the times I bitch and moan about the problems I have on YouTube.
No way. DSP bitch and moan about YouTube? Get the fuck out of here.
Whether it's the usual bugs, it's problems that happen, and, you know, you just can't get stuff done because they have no customer support. But the bottom line is this. If you are someone who does game playthroughs, YouTube is the best place to upload your footage.
Yeah.
And there's a couple reasons why. Number one is because they have the best multiple video upload queue of any website.
You want to spam uploads? You go to YouTube.
A lot of the other websites I worked with, they do have these queues, but they don't work properly. They'll time out right in the middle, or it'll upload one video and then just conk out. And when you're pumping out 10, 20 videos a day because you're doing a full game playthrough, you can't afford to be sitting.
So he's like Vince McMahon. He makes like who also takes like people he don't like and turns them into like wrestling. We call it wrestling factions, like Right to Censor. How they were like the censor group. There was the Truth and I forget what they were. The Truth and Reconciliation fucking team had Kurgan, but they were like they were based off like a South African like military squad. I don't know why he made Doink the Clown. Maybe he just fucking hated clowns. But Vince McMahon is known for making people. Who was They took Dusty Rhodes' real name and turned him into a wrestler. They also did it back to him when they made Vincent from Virgil turned his name to Vincent because that was supposed to be Vince's name. Very strange world wrestling is.
Sitting at your computer every single time one video finishes uploading so you can manually initiate the next upload. It's way too time consuming.
I need a bulk upload, bitches.
So the bottom line is this.
Oh, let's go.
YouTube has the most compatibility with people who
shit.
want to put
Look
up
at this
multiple
shill.
videos
Look at
and
this
also
shill.
multiple video types. One of the major problems I had trying to use websites like Dailymotion, like Blip TV, is that they didn't agree with the kind of file
There we
that
go.
my camera
Neither did
creates,
we games.
which is a .mp4 file. They wanted AVI files and other things that would have forced me to actually edit or re-encode my videos completely before uploading, which would have doubled or tripled the amount of time it would have taken me to even do the playthrough.
So we can't
the bottom
even
line
do
is
that.
this.
Bottom line is this.
Dante's Inferno, honestly, I almost beat it, and it was a really good game. And I wish I could show people what the game looked like. In fact, if you search the net, you might be able to find 1 or 2 videos of my playthrough of this game, and you'll see there was some really interesting original stuff going on in it. Really, and they took some of the things actually from the book and the different levels of hell and used creative license to make it look really cool. But I can't show you any of it simply because it's too adult oriented and YouTube won't allow it, and I could not find another website that would work with me. So unfortunately, number 10
sounds good to me.
Oh shit. Big up Josuke, welcome to the stream. He could have just uploaded this one playthrough to like one website. Why did he have to do he could have just done this to like Dailymotion. Go to Dailymotion to see the Dante's Inferno Dailymotion exclusive. But no. Let's be gay and not do it at all.
is the playthrough that never happened, the playthrough that never will happen because there's no one else that will basically agree with my style of uploading videos. YouTube, you're good for a lot of no one else that will basically agree with my style of uploading videos.
Uploading mass amount of videos is a motherfucking style. Let's go. Let's fucking go. What kind of style? He uploads massive amounts of videos. The uploader.
YouTube, you're good for a lot of things, but when it comes to adult content, you fall short.
Guess what?
Coming up next, it's the sequel that some game developers.
Anyone who said that, this blatantly 100% proves you wrong.
I agree. Welcome, Pope. Hopefully you're doing well. We are watching, well, it's on the screen. Top 10 worst gaming moments 2010.
Never even made.
And we're getting bombarded by ads that tell us to get this thing to block ads. It's really fucking weird on YouTube at this point in time. I don't know what's going on.
DSP's top 10 worst gaming.
They're very aggressive with it. Oh God! Oh God! Get that off screen.
This was quite a surprise.
I'm gonna get an indecency strike by YouTube.
The original BioShock, and really thought that the Return to Rapture would be just as much of a fun original adventure as the first game. However, BioShock 2 seemed to be more like going through the motions than really reimagining the world of Rapture. And sure, there were a couple new additions, including the ability to basically play as the Big Daddy and being able to dual wield. And there was even a pretty cool multiplayer mode that lasted maybe a couple sessions until it got boring. But overall, that feeling, the atmosphere, the originality that really captured us in the original BioShock just failed to show up in the sequel. More notably, Adam Ryan really just.
I don't even know who that is.
Already dead. We knew that there wasn't going to be many twists.
I thought it was like a real person who made the game. Like, I don't know who that is, DSP.
The cast of the original game, and overall, it just ends up falling flat. One of the worst parts is that at the very end, there is no climactic boss battle. It's pretty much just a survival challenge, and then if you survive the fight, you escape, and that's the end of the game. And it really is just very anticlimactic. Now, one sign that the developers probably know how bad this game was is that if you look at the next game in the series, BioShock Infinite, it takes place in a completely different setting, a completely different time, and it really looks like they're trying to reboot the series to at least try to recapture some of that originality and fun of the first BioShock game. So BioShock 2 is a case where I think we kind of learned that the old saying that if it ain't broke, don't fix it doesn't necessarily apply to everything all the time. Sometimes
also
just
applies
doing
to
the
your
bare
fucking
norm and
shower.
the bare minimum for keeping what was good from the first game actually makes a repetitive and boring game in the sequel.
I never played
Learn
BioShock.
the surefire way to make sure no one will buy your game? Find out how.
DSP will tell you. There we go. Some ad blocking commercials again. And people are very, very fucking aggressive. I may have to file a fucking restraining order. Get out of here.
Worst gaming moments of 2010. Number 8.
Oh god,
Alien
he's back.
vs. Predator demo failure. Early on in 20.
Do you hear the spike when he turns off the music?
Alien vs. Predator
Listen.
demo failure.
It spikes so hard when he turns it off.
Number 8. Alien vs. Predator demo failure. Early on in 2010,
This guy can't do
there was actually a
anything.
week where there
God
were a
damn,
shortage of
bruh.
new games to play.
Oh,
And so I
man.
decided to try one weekend a plethora of new demos that had been released. One of the games
Was this
I
on
was
the
actually
Ouya?
interested in was Aliens vs. Predator.
I don't
which is
think it was on the
actually,
Ouya.
the second game I believe that had been made in an FPS style. The first one was actually made in the
FPS.
90s, and a lot of people had liked that game. So obviously I was interested to see how this 3D incarnation of the game would turn out. Unfortunately for the game developers, it didn't work out too well.
This Colonial
I basically
Marines?
sat in the lobby trying to find a game. Keep in mind, this was only the week after release of the demo, on a busy Saturday when there should
Busy
be people playing it.
Saturday. Should be people playing
Sat there
it.
for
They won't
about
be
30
outside
minutes
hanging
trying
out
to
with
find
their
a game.
loved
I mean,
ones
sorry,
or
but
friends.
Me, I'm not that
Get
patient
online,
of a person.
nerds.
If you have a demo, the whole point of the demo is that the demo should work at all times. You shouldn't be sitting there in matchmaking trying to find a match over and over and over and be unable to demo the game. So, unfortunately, a big faux pas for these guys because their demo did not work. I ended up not purchasing that game, and therefore anyone who wanted to see what that game was like on my YouTube channel did not get that ability. So
If they remove
tough break,
upload
guys.
dates,
Next
that's
time you put out a
stupid.
game demo, test the
Like, I
living
think
hell
that's
out of it
extra
to make sure
dumb.
that it actually
Like, I look
works
for old
when someone wants to
videos.
play it,
Get that shit
especially
outta
during peak
here,
hours on a
YouTube.
busy weekend. Too bad.
Like, are we being
What the
stupid on
fuck?
purpose?
What was the
On
point of that?
purpose?
So, congratulations, whoever
Oh.
made this game. Let's find out.
Oh god, we're gonna shit on the
So we can
developer.
make fun of them. Here you
Let's
go.
go! Let's
Rebellion.
go!
Congratulations, Rebellion. You've completely shit over.
Proof that DSP goes out of his way to shit on people who make bad games or games he don't like. Straight to them. Let's find out who they are.
Whoever made this game, let's find out.
Let's find out. Let's shit on these people because they did something I don't like. But you do this to DSP and he fucking cries. Then he goes to his house and tells his fat fucking wife.
So we can make fun of them. Here you go.
Oh, because he make fun of them. Good. We're gonna make fun of Kat's fat ass. And we're gonna make fun of her when she gets diabetes.
Rebellion.
Bitch is gonna lose a leg. She's gonna lose both her legs. She's gonna need a wheelchair. No. That's toxic
Congratulations,
as fuck.
Rebellion. You've completely shit over your own fucking reputation
Aw.
by creating a multiplayer game demo.
Congratulations, Kat. You lost your legs by sitting at home playing Skyrim, eating DoorDash. Let's go.
That doesn't fucking work. It
Yeah, your legs don't fucking work anymore, Kat. What the fuck?
doesn't connect to matchmaking and find anyone who's playing it.
Aw.
So, you dumb fucks, I guarantee
Yeah, you dumb fuck, Kat. Should have fucking exercised. You wouldn't have lost your legs.
no one plays it because probably people were trying to jump on. The matchmaking never worked.
You
and
can't
so
jump
0
anymore,
people
Kat.
have
Them
tried
legs
the
ain't
demo.
working. I would clap for a joke, but yeah, I don't want to clap.
Come on, standing ovation, everyone.
Standing ovation for Kat for being stupid and eating DoorDash and just playing Skyrim. Clap.
Ovation for Rebellion
Standing ovation.
Software. You fucking idiots.
You fucking moron, Kat.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. You lost your legs.
Go back to fucking college and learn how to do your jobs.
Yeah, look at this motherfucker.
You fucking idiots. Congratulations. You should all go back to fucking college and learn how to do your jobs.
Go back to college and learn how to do your fucking jobs. Bitch, you didn't even have a job at this point. You were hoping YouTube would turn into a job. When was this uploaded? Oh yeah, these were like re-released. Because the dates were like, I think this is when everything went private on his channel, maybe? And they did that thing with the Google Plus where his videos went private or were hidden. And he had to like re-enable them all. And that's when Mr. Huff Stuff got those private Q&As, I think. 'Cause I remember seeing the dates, and the dates on like on a bunch of these are this is the 2016 time. So I don't even know if he knows these are live.
Expectations run high, you run
My
the risk
knowledge.
of being one of the worst gaming moments of the year.
Oh, I don't know if I have that one queued up, the Pandali bitch. No, I got this.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. My
It's
cousin Dorothy,
DSP's top 10 worst gaming moments of.
He's black. And he's like genetically R. He wasn't even adopted.
Hold on, let's start that over. Pandali, tell us about your cousin.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. My cousin Dorothy, he black.
Alright.
He black. And
Oh,
he's
shit.
like genetically R. He wasn't even
Oh,
adopted.
not
My cousin
adopted.
Shelly, she loved the dark meat.
Shelly loved the dark meat. Big up Shelly.
Oh yeah, we're gonna pimp this shit.
Of 2010. Number 7, a tie between Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2 and Epic Mickey as the most disappointing games of 2010.
Oh no.
Here's the flat
Great
Yo, that
expectations can be a
spike in that
double-edged sword.
And
If your
that
game
fucking
ends up
ending
being
music
very
thing
good,
does.
it can end up
just
getting
spikes.
critical acclaim. But a well-anticipated game that falls short of expectations can really dampen the mood. And 2 games out of
Was DSP expecting Epic Mickey to be like a fucking blockbuster fucking game? It's a fucking Mickey Mouse game, bro.
all the ones I played this year really fell far short of what was really being expected.
What?
The first was Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2. Now, in its defense, The Force Unleashed 1, although it was a decently lengthed campaign, did have its share of bugs. A lot of difficulties with some of the boss battles and things like that. Some bugs with clipping and falling through ground and things.
This looks really weird. I don't remember the character in this game being this dude. Thought The Force Unleashed 2 was like you're the same dude, but there's like a twist. I don't want to spoil it, but there was like a twist, and he didn't look like this guy. And I can't tell if that's a human or an alien, by the way, because he's got a lot going on up here in the head area. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
That could be pretty annoying during a gameplay experience. These were not present in The
Yeah,
Force
see, like he's like this dude right here. What the hell was that? I don't know what that other game was. He
Unleashed
plays this
2.
dude.
However, the problem with The
What was that
Force
first
Unleashed
one?
2 is that it's extremely short, extremely boring, adds absolutely nothing to the gameplay mechanics or the story of The Force Unleashed 1, but it's still priced at a retail purchase. So, why would I pay $60 for a game that I could beat in a 4-hour sitting and really isn't even worth a weekend rental? It was really, really disappointing considering that after the
Why didn't you rent it first then? DSP could have saved so much money if he just rented games. He could have still rented at this time.
revolutionary Force Unleashed 1, which was really the first style of game.
He could have had
You
like a series
Jedi
where
or
like
Sith
he rented games over the weekend and he saw how long it would take him to beat it over like the weekend. Then he would tell people like, if you rent this game, get on a Friday, you can beat it by Sunday night or Sunday morning with this many like hours or something. He could have been that guy. But he's the beggar guy and the masturbation guy now.
use their force powers freely, and it had a few bugs, but it was still
Oh my God, that
pleasurable.
cut.
Use their force
What was
powers
that?
freely, and it had a few bugs, but it was still a pleasurable
Jesus.
experience. This game really felt like they just dialed it in. Extremely short, very few interesting.
No, I think
boss
it's another
battles,
character,
basically
but
an
yeah, they look
anticlimactic
weird with the- I
ending,
don't know what's
even
going
though
on
there
with
are
the
two
head.
different endings to the game. Both are pretty.
And the model looks like it's something that would be like in a Pixar movie thing, like the over-exaggerated like face. If you don't know what I mean, it's like if you were gonna draw a character and you did the head like this, and you had it like be like super fucking cartoony. You had like the lips down here. It'd be something like this if you looked at it from the front way. You'd have like eyes up here. It'd be the like the lips and the nose right there, like that. And then they got the character got like some shit going on like this. It looks like this to me. They got like a Davy Crockett hat on with like a fucking long neck.
Unsatisfying.
I don't know what's going
And
on.
most
Look at
people who
it.
bought this game were
What is
very
it? Oh, it's a ponytail. Never
disappointing to
mind.
spend
I'm freaking
$60.
out over here. I'm thinking it's an alien. I'm like, I don't know what that
Even
is.
for all its faults, The Force Unleashed 2 at least was pretty much what you were expecting. A game where you could run around using your Force powers, and if that's what you wanted, then you probably liked the game. However,
Yeah,
Epic
I would say
Mickey,
something like
on the
Monkey
flip
Island. I've seen
side,
some of the art from that.
really fell short of the bar of greatness. This was a game extremely highly anticipated,
Really?
very
Was
hyped
it?
by the gaming media. Seemed like it was going to be a very original concept.
Who was it hyped by?
Very hyped by the gaming media.
So DSP, again, proving that he listens to the games media. He got hyped. He bought their hype for Epic Mickey and then got mad about it. He is truly retarded.
Seemed like it was going to be a very original concept. Here's a game.
It's a fucking Mickey Mouse game, bro.
Platformer where you are Mickey Mouse, and it's the first pretty much hardcore game.
Hardcore game. The hardcore Mickey Mouse season.
Made for the core gamer.
Made for the core gamer. Mickey Mouse. Fucking Epic Mickey was made for the hardcore gamer. Right.
That stars a Disney character such as this, besides maybe Kingdom Hearts. And the whole gimmick is that you have paint and paint thinner, and you can either create or destroy.
Create or destroy.
Is, after about an hour and a half of gameplay, you realize that that's
create
pretty much the
anything,
only
or is it
interesting
create
thing
what
in this
the
entire
game wants you to create?
And you begin to get extremely bored. Some buggy gameplay, some difficult fights because Mickey has such limited abilities and no dodge ability.
He wants it to be Dark Souls. No.
A really odd graphic design choices,
What?
including having more than half the game in dark areas where you really can barely even see where you're going or what you're trying to do, really make this game a failure. An epic failure. In fact, I called it epic shitty during my hateful review of it, simply because it was just so
He's so funny.
Disappointing to me.
Look at this fucking retard. Are you serious?
Review of it, simply because it was just so disappointing.
Just fucking nothing.
This game a failure. An epic failure. In fact, I called it epic shitty during my hateful review of it, simply because it was just so disappointing.
All right, there you
to me.
go.
A game that had so much
Congrats.
potential, bringing all these classic cartoon characters together, being able to put it into a creative package, having a great story,
it was so creative.
but then basically handing the game over to game developers who obviously haven't played video games since the 90s, because the same bugs and problems are present in this game. A camera that, I swear to God, is the same camera they employed in Super Mario 64, because you can never see anything. Anytime you fall into a corner, it's
Mario
impossible
64.
to know what's
Fuck
going
this dude.
on.
Fuck
A
this
control
dude
scheme
to
that
hell
just
and
doesn't
back.
work, having to constantly point and aim on your screen with the Wiimote, which actually makes your arm get tired. Enemies that are too difficult, platforming that's extremely difficult because the camera
Jenna
is
pulls
not
up on
good,
him with an N64
and the fact that the game
controller
is
and just
15
cracks
hours
everyone.
long and far too difficult for kids. This game really
Hope she puts a
doesn't
rumble
know what
pack
it
in there
wants
before
to
she
be.
hits
If
him
it
with
wants
it.
to be a
I
core
don't give a
game, then it
fuck.
needs to find a way
Just
to
hit
be
him once with it.
entertaining.
Get him with
or
it.
if it's not, if they're trying to say this game was catered to kids, then it should have been much shorter than the 15-hour
Oh my
length,
God,
and it
it's a
should have been
Mickey
much
game,
easier than the very hard
crybaby.
difficulty level of the platforming. So, Epic Mickey, basically an epic failure.
Oh, yes.
An interesting experiment, but next time you have a really good idea, you should hand it over to a development team that knows what they're doing and basically doesn't ignore the past 10 years of gaming development when it came to 3D platformer.
I don't think he's talked about who made this game once. I don't know who made this game, but I don't know if he mentioned them. He just said Disney a lot, and then that's about it. There you go. Oh, and no, Rebellion was that other game, the Alien vs. Predator, where he wouldn't make fun of them. Alright, never mind.
Coming up next, can one boss battle actually ruin a game? Well, for most gaming media and for myself,
my God, gaming
the answer
media.
is yes. Check it out.
DSP's the gaming media, by the way. As I hate commercial again. Google found about DSP's nickname.
DSP's top 10 worst gaming moments of
Oh God, we're
2010.
gonna get no,
Number
no,
6,
not again. Get it out of
horrendous
here.
Desert boss fight. Lost Planet 2 had a lot of potential, being a sequel to one of the most original games that Capcom had made.
Oh,
in
is this when he
past
played
decade.
with the Rambo?
It promised 4-player online cooperative gameplay in a third-person perspective. What you would do is run around certain stages, destroying enemies, enemy troops,
Enemies.
but also giant monsters, and then
Monsters.
also gigantic boss monsters.
Monsters.
That lets really interesting and difficult, but still fun cooperative boss battles. And
Okay. Yeah, this
one of
is
the things about the game is that
yeah,
everyone
one with
loved the
Rambo.
giant
There he
bosses.
is.
This is what really sold Lost Planet 1. Everyone was looking forward to the new stuff in Lost Planet 2. Well, the funny thing is, pretty much everyone who reviewed this game this year said the
I thought
game
this was
for the
Final
most part
Fantasy
is
when I seen it
pretty
in
good,
the beginning
except
clips of
for
it.
one particular stage and one particular boss fight that completely ruins the experience. And of course, we're talking about the desert stage. Now, first of all, this desert stage is long and continuous. You're basically running along a train, and if you die anywhere in this stage, you go back to the beginning.
Yo, no
checkpoints. No
checkpoints.
freaking sense, because it's actually one of the most difficult parts of the game. So
What are we doing
finally
here?
you've grinded through maybe 2-3 hours of repetitive gameplay because you kept dying. You finally got to the end of the train. Then you get to this boss, and you're like, wow, okay, this is going to be the payoff for me suffering for this past hour and a half.
What is this?
Well, boy, have you not even seen the beginning of it. I mean, this boss...
What the fuck is that?
The way to defeat it is one of the most difficult, confusing things ever seen in video games. It's
Yelling at Rambo in the background. That might be good to watch.
One or two players needs to basically grab shells, run and load a giant cannon, constantly be running inside this cannon to cool it down by turning on coolant valves and things like that. While on the other hand, one person has to go actually man the turret and aim and fire at this giant boss's weak points. Now, the whole problem with this process is that really it requires 4 players to do it easily. If you don't have 4
Who's the
players,
other person
whoever
playing
your
with them?
computer
Wait a minute.
Teammates end up like standing around and doing nothing. Some of them will just instantly kill themselves by falling off of this train that you're on. Some of them will stand there with
they're doing
shells in their hands
suicide.
doing absolutely nothing. It's a joke. And so when I tackled this game with John Rambo, we were trying to figure this out, and by the time we figured it out, it was so difficult because one person had to always be on the turret while one person was loading shells, doing the coolant, running around, trying not to fall off and die. It's just one of the most difficult boss battles ever.
It was too
done in
hard. We
video
wanted
games.
an
And it's
easy
really for
we
all
wanted
the
an
wrong
easy
reasons.
win.
It's not because of challenge. It's because the game is bugged. And computer-controlled teammates don't actually help you. So having a long-ass desert stage where if you die, you have to start over repeatedly, then followed by one of the most difficult, unexplained boss fights.
Unexplained, by the
What
way.
you're supposed to be doing, and by the time you figure it out, you get frustrated because of game bugs. Really,
Game
just
bugs
a huge
again.
detriment to this game. I saw game reviews that said this game would have been like an 8 or a 9 because of this one desert stage.
Making his decision based on game reviews. DSP again, the gaming media.
Dragged it down to like a 7. So just think about that. A game that could have been exceptional, completely dragged down by a stage that obviously wasn't
It could have been
tested
great.
properly, and Capcom really just screwed the punch with this one.
Good job,
particular
Capcom.
project. Coming up next, all hardcore gamers' worries from E3 are confirmed when things go horribly wrong.
Oh boy. Drama.
It's DSP's Top 10 Worst Gaming Moments of 2010. Number 5. Motion control focus goes horribly wrong. Microsoft Kinect fails to work properly at launch. Anyone who followed E3 this year had one question in common. Where are all the games?
Where are the
This year,
games?
E3 was solely focused on technology advances, with both PlayStation and Xbox.
What was
focusing on
this?
motion
Animals?
control, while Nintendo were focused
I was gonna
on their
watch
new
this
Nintendo
before, then I
3DS.
don't know if I
Now,
did.
the PlayStation Move, in its defense, actually works pretty well and is
There
an
you go.
improved version
Your
of the
Sony
Wiimote.
shill.
But the Microsoft Kinect is far from that. Being a giant
Microsoft.
camera, which needs to be somehow mounted either to your TV or in front of your entertainment system, thousands of gamers had problems trying to operate this to actually work in their living rooms. Right off the bat, if you watch my video, it wouldn't mount properly on top of my TV, even with tape and
Yeah, he uses
adhesive.
cardboard,
I had to go out and buy
like he was in the
a
ghetto.
mount, which,
It was great.
Guess what? Doesn't fit all TVs, even though it says it does. Now, also, there's problems putting this in front of your entertainment center because it says right on the box, do not put it next to a speaker or it can get damaged. In addition to just the configuration.
Oh, he's got so much
the
bitching
Kinect
for
barely
this,
works for
bro.
launch titles. Some of them have major problems where the actual calibration instructions say you only need about 6 to 8 feet
Dude's
of
a
room,
crybaby.
but some games
Fucking
need
crybaby.
much more than that. In addition to that, the Kinect actually has problems picking up people in dark clothing, and some of the launch titles, such as Sonic Riders, simply don't even work.
No.
We couldn't even get the menus to work, so that
Not
we could
the
actually
menus?
select the stages and start playing the game, let alone actually control our guys inside of the game. So Microsoft Kinect, an interesting experiment in the future once they get this technology to actually work properly, especially for moving through the menus of the Xbox 360 console. This has a lot of potential, but at launch this really wasn't ready to go as is. For a $150 price tag for something that was later discovered only
Idiot.
cost
This dude
$50
bought it at
to
launch. What a
manufacture,
moron.
this was just a way for Microsoft to cash in on another gimmick, just like Nintendo did with the motion controls for the Wii. It's a large disappointment.
And guess who fell for the marketing? Mr. P.P. Burnell. As he does. This thing was just done for marketing. You bought it. Shut up.
If only Microsoft had focused on games this year, maybe it would have been a little bit of better, but hey, they made their dollars.
Yeah, he had to stand up. And we get ass shot. Fuck you, DSP.
I'm sure Microsoft made some major bank.
Look at this.
And of course, that's good news for them and bad news for the gamer.
That was his real revenge against detractors. He knows people are going to be watching these videos. He's like, I'm going to put this in there for those sons of bitches.
Coming up next,
We walked right into it. Got us. Felt it again.
odd design choice completely changes the way a game is played and leaves many gamers out in the cold.
I love how DSP is speaking for all gamers in 2010. Let's go. Hate again. Hate just flashes. DSP should find a way to get that built into his channel. Every time you watch a video and it ends, it goes to like a commercial, but it's just like a 10-second ad. It just says hate, and then it goes to the next DSP video.
DSP's top 10 worst gaming moments of 2010. Number 4.
Oh God, he's back.
Final Fantasy 13 switches up the gameplay with the
Uh-oh.
mandatory 10-hour grind.
What?
A lot of gamers this year actually enjoyed Final Fantasy 13 for the first 10 to 15 hours because it actually was one of the most linear Final Fantasies ever designed. Now, at the same time, a lot of critics panned the game for being so linear in nature when previous Final Fantasy iterations had...
No, people loved it. That's why he re-uploaded it and edited out all the bad
thing about
stuff.
Final Fantasy 13 is that after the first 10 to 15 hours, you actually do finally hit your first open world scenario, but here's where the weirdness comes in.
Uh-oh.
Square Enix
Hit us.
actually decided to make it mandatory that you grind in this open world area from anywhere from 5 to 10 straight hours of gameplay. Because if you try to continue the story of the game, the difficulty level to defeat the next boss is so wide that there's no way you could possibly beat him without actually grinding nonstop for...
I'm going to say DSP is a terrible RPG player, and that added on to him needing to grind. I'm going to go with that.
hours on end. So because of this mandatory game grind, gamers actually started designing paths and drawing maps and putting them on the internet of saying this is the way you should go and keep fighting this particular group of monsters.
No, unless this exists, this people saying this or making these maps.
And over and over when they respawn because they give you the maximum amount of experience and you can level up the quickest. But the question still remains: why did Square Enix make the design choice to make?
I never
such a
played this
long
Final
mandatory
Fantasy, so I'm
grind
not too
in a
sure.
game that up to that point of 15 hours of gameplay invested never made you grind at all? Some gamers actually became so frustrated with the complete change of the style of gameplay that they stopped playing the game altogether.
They
which
stopped
was a
being
shame because
gamers.
The end game is actually pretty interesting.
Hey, look, he
It's
likes
just
the
such
game
a
here.
Weird choice. Grinding's always been part of role
Wasn't he
playing games,
bitching that
but
the
never
game was
a game so much forced you into doing it for
when he was uploading these? Wasn't he saying like the ending was like grindy or some shit like that? It was something like that.
Elongated period of time after
Elongated
15 hours of gameplay that were completely different. Just changing the game,
Changing
night
it. Night and day.
And really odd design choice. One of the worst things ever chosen in a game.
Get him outta here.
In my opinion. Up next, a game takes on the daunting task of trying to have the most content of any game in history, but ends up running into some unexpected roadblocks.
That dude's ass, by the way, we just saw.
DSP's top 10 worst gaming moments of 2010.
Oh no, the Connect fell.
Number 3.
And that's why we get DSP back in our
Integrating
face.
Bugs and glitches. Obsidian Entertainment knew what they were taking on when they created the large, expansive world of Fallout New Vegas. In fact, it was announced far before the game's release that the strategy guide for New Vegas would be the longest written word strategy guide ever created for any game ever.
Oh shit. And
Promising
DSP
over
bought
80
it.
hours of content.
DSP bought it.
A daunting project.
I think he got the
Now,
collector's
the game
edition,
itself
so he
is
got
very good. And
like
if you watch my playthrough,
the whole
you know I
thing.
enjoyed the game
Like the
thoroughly.
game, the
Problem is that this
strategy
game
guide,
had
poker
a
chips.
significant amount of bugs, glitches, and problems that basically hampered
Bro, it's a
everyone's
Fallout
playthrough
game.
experience. Now, I played this game on the Xbox 360. Personally, these are the bugs I ran into.
Personally.
First of all, a lot of clipping issues, a lot of characters phasing in and out of walls.
Clipping happens like all the time.
Relax. Kind
Relax.
of weird. Some enemies that
Dude
would
plays wrestling games. And he's complaining about clipping. Wrestlers clip to each other all the time.
actually appear inside the ground, so you were unable to shoot them. At one point, I was trying to get into the strip, and my passport to the strip just decided to stop working, which basically gave my gameplay, brought it to a grinding halt. I had to reload an older save, which basically lost 90 minutes of content
Oh, God.
that I had already played, and I had to redo it. Which
He
was
lost
really
90
frustrating.
minutes of content.
I have to say that story-wise, the most disappointing part was the Brotherhood of Steel missions, which, if you haven't played the game, are some of the hardest missions in the game. They make you go to multiple locations, multiple vaults and instances on the map, in order to collect items and fight some of the hardest enemies in the game, and then when you hand them in, eventually you're supposed to be able to get the power armor. Well, unfortunately, my game bugged up, and the mission never completed, and I was unable to get the power armor because of that. That really pissed me off. But I think the number one problem with this game that everyone agrees on, at least on the Xbox 360, is the loading times and memory leaks. Now, let me explain what a memory leak is. It's basically when memory is used on a computer to load certain things, and then
DSP gonna teach us? Teach us?
Basically, that memory should be freed up to load other things. Now, commonly this problem is with web browsing. So, for example, if you're on the internet and it loads a certain web page, when you leave that page and go to the next
website
page,
you going on,
the
DSP?
memory that was loading the pictures, the ads, and everything on that first page should be cleared up, so it can be used to load the next page. Well, a lot of the times this doesn't happen, and this is why your browser gets bogged down and takes forever to load things. The same exact problem is happening with Fallout New Vegas at least on the Xbox 360 and PS3. But what happened is it would load one area, then when you tried to go inside a building or fast travel somewhere else, the memory wouldn't be freed up to load the new area. Therefore, it would take a significant amount of time to load. In fact, I actually timed it, and the longest period of time it took to load for me was actually over 5 minutes.
Oh,
that
shit.
is just unacceptable in 2010 to have a game that takes
Unacceptable.
Over 5 minutes to
Let's
load
go.
if it's
Listen
not
to this guy.
installing something. So just not acceptable at all. Now, during my playthrough, I was recommended some workarounds. For example, I was told to delete the significant number of save games that I had accumulated over the course of my playthrough. And
You've seen this dude's save
couple.
files.
Also, I was
you know
told
how
that
many
if
he
I
had.
turned off my Xbox 360 every couple of hours, it would actually refresh the memory and free it up, and actually did work. So that is pretty bad that a retail release would be released with such significant game bugs that could definitely hamper the performance of your playthrough. If you watch my Hateful Truth on New Vegas, you know I docked the game a significant number of points because of this.
He docked
This
it.
is definitely still a Game of the Year contender,
Gross.
one of the best games of the year, and definitely worth the purchase price. But you have to understand that you're going to have a significant amount of bugs if you go to try this game. And even worse is that PC users still, at least from what I hear, are waiting for a patch that's going to fix some of these problems.
DSP caring about the PC gamers. Let's go. He's one of us now again.
To have a retail release this day and age that has so many bugs. Shame on Bethesda. Shame on Obsidian for not catching.
And shame on
that
people.
everyone
Let's
who
go.
bought the game
Shame
bought them
them.
and their testers didn't. That's just bad. Coming up next, how do you already take a miserably bad IP and make it even worse? Let's find out. It's DSP's top 10 worst gaming moments of 2010.
Is he being special again?
Number 2, Kane and Lynch 2's torture scene. Kane and Lynch 2 promised to improve upon the formula of the original lackluster game by improving gameplay and also
He's
adding
always,
a camera
look at
angle
this guy.
that made it look like
Well,
the
actually, you
entire
can't look
game
at
was
him.
being filmed through a video camera, so almost like a reality TV kind of take on the game. One problem: the game's gameplay was god-awful.
No.
Repetitive, over-the-shoulder, third-person shooting, very difficult areas where there's just non-stop enemies coming
If you'll
at
notice,
you.
John,
Guys who are like
Villain
human
has been
tanks taking
uploading
multiple
at
shots and still running up and
very
getting
strange.
cheap
It's
kills.
always 3
The
o'clock
game
in the
was
morning
boring,
and weird
repetitive,
times.
short,
Just
and crappy
really
as hell.
weird
For a
times.
$60 retail game, this was a massive disappointment. The worst part
I
of
wonder
all
if
this
it's
is that
trying
you can tell
to
the game creators thought they were being clever and original.
trying
And
to
one scene
trying to
that
outsmart
really
me. Can't
emphasizes
see my
this
videos
is
upload them
actually
in
the
wrong
first thing you
weird
see when the game
times.
opens, but then later on you actually cut to it. When you get to that point in the game, it is a torture scene where
Oh no,
kids are being
torture.
viciously cut, beaten. They're butt naked. It's
Butt
disgusting.
naked.
It's very reminiscent of the Reservoir Dogs scene where Michael Madsen tortures the cop to the song Stuck in the Middle, which, by the way, I think for an entire generation of us completely changed the meaning of that song. And every time we hear it, all we can think about is that gruesome-ass torture scene. I mean, this is pretty much a blatant ripoff of that scene. It's
Blatant
just
ripoff.
vile, it's disgusting.
Vile.
And it doesn't add to the game in any way whatsoever.
Naked dudes, get 'em outta
Especially
here.
the
Yo.
next scene directly after that is Kane and Lynch running around completely butt naked, gutted and just dripping blood with open wounds. It's ridiculous. It's disgusting. It's not clever in any way, shape, or form.
Yo, this
It
dude's
adds
getting
to the
offended.
vile gameplay of this game.
What?
This game is worthless. It should have never been created.
Holy shit.
Especially after how bad the first one was. No one should have ever put the faith in these developers to do anything better. If there's a Kane and Lynch 3, I think whoever actually fronts the money should just donate it to cancer research, because it's definitely going to be better than whatever crap these guys can shovel out. Up next,
Bro.
the worst gaming moment of the year is revealed.
He could have just said he didn't like the game. He went extra with the "it's a vile" and all this bullshit. Get out of here, DSP. Vault Edition.
It's DSP.
And he's still playing the song.
Top 10 worst
Listen,
gaming moments of 2010. Number 1.
was this song just here for that one thing? To shit on that one game? Yeah, I say he's going AFK after Thanksgiving, but he's a liar. So you can't trust him.
Who the fuck is Steve Jones? YouTube's
Oh,
massive
shit.
failures. For those of you who weren't following me in April of this year,
Let's
there was
go.
some trouble that pretty much
Trouble.
pissed me off more than anything else that could have
Piss him the fuck off? He'll show you. He'll make a video, like, opening up like he's Chris Jericho. Put you in your fucking place.
happened. More so because it actually shed some light on things that have been going on for quite some time.
Suspended. Cease and desist, you bitch. Stop making videos about our game. Signed Ubisoft and Steve Jones.
Here's what happened. Basically, back
Give us
in
a
April,
rundown.
I was in the middle of a Splinter Cell conviction playthrough on my main channel, Darkside Phil. Now, back then, I only had one YouTube channel because I only had need for one. And
No, you needed
as I was
one.
playing this, I actually got a little bit under the weather, and allergies were getting to me, so I took a day off to basically recover. Well, if you can believe it, I come back from taking a day off of the playthrough, I look at my Darkside Phil channel, and it says that all videos have been deleted and the account is suspended. This drove me insane, so I immediately looked into the situation to try to figure out what happened. Well, here's the deal. Previously, I had already had copyright claims put against me for my playthrough of Grand Theft Auto 4's first expansion, The Lost and Damned,
Yep.
as well as WWE Legends. So I already had 2 copyright strikes against me, a third had been placed, and I had to figure out what had happened. So I looked into it, and YouTube had told me that it was Ubisoft, the company who had made Splinter Cell Conviction, who had put these copyright strikes against me. Therefore, I basically had 3 strikes against me, and if I couldn't get any of them cleared up, my YouTube channel was gone for good.
No.
Luckily, just a week or 2 earlier, I had actually opened up a YouTube partner channel. Well, actually, had just become a partner, the King of Hate HD, and this channel, basically, I use as my video blog.
The way he said he only needed one channel in the beginning of this video, and how he's like, yeah, I just have the King of Hate HD. No, he started the King of Hate HD to, no, he didn't. He had it. Because he was trying to monetize gameplay, but they won't monetize, the DSP, the Darkside Phil channel. Because he tried multiple times to get it partnered, and they wouldn't do it.
Blog channel. So I put up a video blog explaining the situation, told
I got
them
in
to calm
trouble.
down, and I would look into it.
Calm down.
So
He said that he got mad, comes on YouTube. Everyone else calm the fuck down. Okay.
A couple days into this, some of my loyal fans actually went over to the Ubisoft forums, contacted the forum administrator, and
I found that forum archive. I'm just trying to piece it together because it was saved in an unreadable format. Like, names and what they said are like on two separate fucking sides of the screens. It looks fucking retarded. So I'm trying to make one, a viewable one. And I think DSP's there too. But he only makes like 2 or 3 comments.
and said, listen, it looks like Darkside Phil was taken down because of a copyright claim from Ubisoft. How can this be? This is...
It also happened on a Friday, this copyright takedown. So, like, when he went there and complained, or when they found the forum and went there and complained, it was a Friday, and everyone had already gotten home. So either way, it was going to be until Monday. But his fans went retarded, and some of them tried to start, like, flame wars in there. And then some mods had to step in and let them know that they'll get banned.
Not right, because it's basically supposed to be fair use for what he does on YouTube for his video game playthroughs, and some people did it in a rational manner. Other people got a little bit out of hand and went completely insane and spammed the living hell out of the Ubisoft forums, which I did not support. So anyway, after a couple days, the forum moderators got control of the situation, actually contacted Ubisoft's legal department, and the legal department ended up sending a cease and desist letter to YouTube and said, listen, YouTube, Ubisoft check.
See, I think that's what the forums look like right there in their original state. But the way I got them saved, it's just fucking like text on screen.
We never sent a copyright claim against Darkside Phil, and basically you're defacing us by saying that
you're
it was
defacing
us.
us.
You need
Get
to
them out
change
of
your
here.
Information immediately. So a funny thing happened on the pages that basically it showed Ubisoft had put a copyright claim against me. All of a sudden, it changed, and it now said that it was someone named Steve Jones who had placed the copyright claim. Now, I don't know about you, but what I know about copyright law, I know that if Ubisoft was going to put a copyright claim against me, they would have said it was Ubisoft,
Steve Jones. Steve Jones.
So what really happened here is that some internet troll who didn't like me somehow falsified a copyright claim, sent it to YouTube, and YouTube, being so knuckleheaded.
The one thing I want to find out about this story is how did it change from Ubisoft to Steve Jones? Does that mean there was a channel called Steve Jones that did it and told YouTube it was Ubisoft? And when they found out it wasn't by Ubisoft, they reverted it to the channel's name? Oh.
Thought it was real and ended up actually shutting me down, which was absolutely ridiculous. So what ended up happening, the good news is that after this, YouTube looked into it, said, okay, this was not legit. They reversed the copyright strike. I ended up getting my channel back, but in the meantime, I had already done some precautions to make sure that if I wasn't getting the channel back, that I would still have a presence on YouTube. I created DSP Gaming, which would be my channel for gaming playthroughs in the future. I also created DSP Street Fighter, which is a channel with all kinds of fighting game footage.
What a stupid name for a channel.
And over the course of the year, I've also did 2 new channels, Red Dead DSP and also Darkside Phil Final Fantasy X11, which means Final Fantasy 13.
This dude had 4 channels in 2010. This dude wasn't fucking around.
For those
and the Darkside and DSP Gaming was supposed to go away after he got Darkside Phil back. But something told them not to do that and to keep on DSP Gaming and like leave Darkside Phil alone as like a DSP Classics channel. Which is really weird.
Respective playthroughs, because I was afraid that if someone put up false copyright strikes against me, I might get my channel shut down again. Now here's the kicker.
Uh-oh.
For those of you who followed me last year in 2009, you'll remember what...
I think it is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game. Because I can hear shit in the background. This is a very familiar sounding song.
My worst moment of the year was, and it was that I had gotten a copyright strike against my channel for the Lost and Damned DLC for Grand Theft Auto.
I got a copyright strike from Grand Theft Auto game people makers. Here, I'm going to put their song in my video as I talk about it. Let's go.
4. Well, after the events of the Ubisoft controversy and the Steve Jones controversy,
damn Steve
I actually
Jones.
disputed the copyright claims for this expansion, and guess what? They were lifted. What does that mean? That means that Take-Two Games never put copyright strikes against me. It was probably the same person.
Let's go. I didn't know this part. Wait a minute.
Or someone who also didn't like me. So what's the bottom line and what's the moral of the story?
So this motherfucker was getting fake copyright strikes in the beginning.
Bottom line is this. YouTube has grown so big that anyone who tries to send any kind of copyright strike whatsoever against anyone basically gets it granted without any verification whatsoever that the person works
Fucking Steve Jones was out for blood.
For the company or has any right to do so. It's absolutely ridiculous, it's unacceptable, it's horrendous customer support. But as people say, YouTube's a free website, you get what you pay for. Well, I still don't think it's right. I'm pretty angry about it, and I'm actually happy that I learned that this had happened because it allowed me to go play Red Dead Redemption, which in my opinion is one of the best games of the year. And if I had missed out because I stayed true to my promise last year to not play any more Rockstar or Take-Two games because they put a copyright strike against me, I would have missed one of the best games of the year, and that would have been unfortunate, and it would have been probably a reason for a troll to celebrate because they had won. So bottom line is this: whenever you do stuff on YouTube, you got to be careful. If there's copyright strikes, always dispute them, because 99% of the time they're not real. It's bullshit. It's someone trying to shit in the middle of your living room floor and get a little jolly out of it, and it's just ridiculous. YouTube really needs to improve their copyright policy.
I agree.
Pretty much most of the strikes probably on YouTube are incorrect and should be removed, and I have to apologize to Rockstar.
What is he doing?
DSP. I pretty much shit all over them in my
going up this hill with his horse
of the year, and I come to find out now.
I don't think you can do this.
So Rockstar, please accept my apology. I continue to make great games, and I'll continue to play them. Woo! We've sure been through a lot of shit this year, and how better to close it out than to talk a little bit about how basically YouTube has now kicked me out of the partner program.
Let's go.
On my partner channel, The King of Hate HD.
Let's go.
Right, overcoming. These videos are.
We're overcoming. We're on Blip TV, baby.
Being uploaded to Blip TV, which is a much more supportive website, and I really think that they're going to allow me to continue to do this full time, which is excellent.
Yeah, he went on a immigrant rant in his earlier video.
At Blip TV, thank you very much for all of your help. They actually have customer support.
He said this game was vile, but yet he's using the same footage of the part he doesn't like. He's not very smart.
So, don't worry, I'm not leaving you.
Dude just jumped down butt-ass naked and looked at DSP.
I'm not leaving.
What up, bro? What we doing tonight? Rambo. That's how Rambo pulls up.
Leaving YouTube. It's just that I need to find a way to monetize what I'm doing, and it looks like Blip TV is going to be leaving YouTube. It's just that I need to find a way to monetize what I'm doing. And
I need to find a way to monetize what I'm doing. Started a tractor felt goal. You'll get a lot of money, I think.
It looks like Blip TV is going to be the way to keep me afloat until I can find a better way to get a constant source of income. So
let's go.
That is it for the worst gaming moments of 2010. I'll see you guys next time. Keep in mind, there's still some more top 10 countdowns coming this year, including the top 10 fan-voted favorite playthroughs, the top 5 DLCs, the worst DLC of the year, and the top 20 best games of 2010.
We don't get that one. He locks out on Blip TV like a bitch. Bro, we're going into the new year, and this dude hasn't gotten his ID yet. How long we been watching this arc? The ID arc? His grandma died last December. We're rolling up on the anniversary of grandma dying. And this dude still don't have an ID. Oh, man. And we still got like 53 more days of my strikes lasting. I hope you're listening, Black Pill Villain. 53 more fucking days.
Gee, thinking back to everywhere we've been in 2010.
Oh, fan-voted, top 10 fan-voted games.
Las Vegas twice. We went to the Old West. We actually were out in space, Renaissance Italy, and sometimes we just flailed around in the living room together. But no matter where it was, I think we had a lot of fun.
We had fun.
This year I was actually able to turn my gaming hobby into a full-time occupation.
Let's go. We're a full-time gamer, baby.
Well, I wanted to find out which of my playthroughs this year were the best, so I narrowed it down to my personal top 20 favorites, and then you, the fans, voted on thekingofhate.com for your top 10. So here we go. It's Darkside
Wow.
Bill's top 10 fan-voted games of 2010. Number 10.
Oh, God.
Dead Rising 2.
That's not Dead Rising 2. It's a dancing game.
Well, who would have known that a game I had so much frustration with initially would have ended up being one of the fans' favorites of the year. I have to admit, this game at first was driving me nuts, but as soon as John...
There's no God who cares what job you do. Get out of here, Fall Babel. Soul crushing reality.
It became so much more fun, so much easier and more interesting. I have to say that this game...
That dude thinks if you get one job, that's like the job you have to get for your life. He doesn't even see, like, going, like, he doesn't even think about, like, just working somewhere to get some money and then going and getting another job somewhere else. Or, like, taking those skills and bringing it somewhere else. Fucking dude's a weirdo. Yeah, he wanted to send the world back into... He's doing the thing that, True Form used to do, where he's like, I'm waiting for like a meteor to hit the earth. He wants a zombie apocalypse to happen. He was also criticizing people who wanted to have kids and bring them into the world. The guy that sat in a room for the last 10 years.
Pretty much, if you want to have a good time playing it and not like super challenge yourself with high difficulty, you got to play it with a friend on the first time through.
Yeah, anything he complains about, you just be like, dude, you had 10 years to do it. I didn't become a big rapper because you were sitting in your room for 10 years. Also, he quit rapping, if you remember, because he thought God, he was like being a Christian boy, and he thought God didn't want rapping, so it's partly his fault. Then he blames God for that happening, saying that he listened to him. Maybe he should have rapped for God, and God would have blessed him that way. He didn't think about that.
And let me tell you what a difference it was exploring this Las Vegas, which of course they don't call it Las Vegas, but that's what it really is. The different atmospheres, the different casinos, and just who could...
The casinos.
Snowflake, the tiger who just won't eat a goddamn fucking steak. It's so stupid. It's right there in front of his face. But anyway, this game, in my opinion, definitely a great game this year. Glad that I actually teamed up with Rambo to play through it.
Yeah,
so
Rambo,
many
our
different
boyfriend.
Things in this game, just combinations of weapons to just mow down through zombies. The story's actually really good. All the psychopaths are original and interesting. Like
yeah, when people wanted him to open at their parties, I'm gonna have to press exit out on that one.
You know, Antoine the chef, that crazy postman. There was just so many different cool things that happened in this game, and just the story progression, how the whole Las Vegas area changes near the end of the game, and the entire place becomes just a flood, a mob of zombies near the end of the game. And then the cool Easter egg at the end of the game, once you finally find out who the real villain is and you beat him, if you made the right decisions during the game, you actually get your revenge in the real final stage against TK. So really cool, really fun, enjoyed it a lot. Definitely.
You gonna show us that, or no, just random zombie clubbins?
My recommendation: play it with a friend the first time through.
Fucking Rambo's all the way up there, dude. Catch up to him.
Leveled up and you kept all of your stats and abilities.
Yo, who's the bitch with the sword? Shoot her ass. Yo, yo! She pulled up.
Coming up next, whether you think this was an epic fail or a big success.
He did get with that lady. You sound like a troll. Unsubscribe from his channel.
Fans agree it's one of their favorites of the year.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab another cup of coffee to keep my throat lubricated because it's starting to get dry again. I'll be right back.
Number 9, Microsoft Kinect gameplay. I think everyone knew that when the Microsoft Kinect came out, it was going to be a big gamble, especially in my setup. You know, my condo isn't giant, and being that it says it needs at least 6 to 8 feet of room, it was definitely going to be a hit or miss, and that's exactly what it ended up being. Whether it was my setup of the camera, which was absolutely horrendous, the camera falling off the top of my TV, my purchase of a universal mount that was not so universal because it didn't even fit my setup, and then all the difficulties I had with games like Sonic Riders and Connectimals, it was pretty funny to watch. But I think overall, the thing that fans liked the best was obviously my playthroughs of Dance Central, and in particular the freestyle modes, which basically I tried to improvise as much as possible, and ended up being some of the most hilarious things of this year, including the King of Dance, You're the Man Now dog, which was actually set up and was the most popular You're the Man Now dog for several days, until finally the site went down for maintenance and it finally trailed off. So pretty cool. I think that the Microsoft Kinect has potential in the future to be better than what it is right now, especially when you go to the moving through the menus of the Xbox. Right now it's far too limited. I think it was released far too early before the technology was perfected, especially with the problems that people are having with darker skin and or darker clothes, and people like me who, I'm sorry, I don't have a gigantic living room that I can mess around with this thing in. Even turning the sensor to the side and turning my living room basically sideways, it still wasn't picking me up in certain things properly. So in my opinion, it's a good experiment, it's a step in the right direction, but the technology's not there yet, and they really shouldn't have been selling this thing for $150 when obviously we all found out later on it only takes $50 to manufacture, and the damn thing barely works for a lot of people. So good stuff. In the future, I think we'll see more out of the Kinect, and we'll have some more good playthroughs for it, but until they actually perfect the technology, it's just a experiment that went awry. Coming up, we return to the world of a beloved character in a not-so-paint-by-numbers sequel that surprised many. It's Darkside Phil's Top 10 Fan-Voted Games of 2010. Number 8, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Unlike the stoic and one-dimensional Altair, we actually got to follow Ezio on his journey from being a standard citizen to a beleaguered family member and finally to a full-fledged assassin. And I think that's why a lot of people really enjoyed my return to Renaissance Italy in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood's playthrough this year. Now, in addition to just kind of returning to the classic style gameplay from Assassin's Creed 2, this game added a lot of unique elements like training your assassins and things that really added to the gameplay, including online multiplayer that was absolutely outstanding. And I wish more people would actually play the multiplayer, because I've been trying and actually having some problems with the matchmaking, because I think a lot of people have stopped playing the game. However, overall, this game, returning to Renaissance Italy, meeting up with the classic characters who basically you came to know and love in Assassin's Creed 2, and just continuing the story of both Desmond and Ezio really was one of the best experiences of the year. So I can understand why my fans have voted it one of the top 10 best. All I can say is that I hope that this story keeps going full speed ahead. It looks like we're probably going to say goodbye to Ezio, but in the next installment following Desmond and see what happens with the Templars and Assassins, I think we're all looking forward to it, and we hope that it can't come soon enough. Coming up next, sometimes a gripping story and unique graphical design can overcome repetitive gameplay.
I don't know what the hell that meant.
It's Darkside Phil's Top 10 Fan-Voted Games of 2010.
Hey, he's not doing the what's up or whatever. Oh, cross shops. Let's go.
Despite being some of the most repetitive gameplay of the year, I honestly have to say that Alan Wake is one of my personal...
No, if you go back to DSP's channels and look at like when he buys stuff, he buys things in bulk constantly. If you go back to that unboxing stream, the closet clean out stream, you'll see him pull out multiple things of like shit. Like one of the things was like a microphone, the pop filter. How he got like the one that goes around the mic, but he had like a circle one as a backup. He bought 2 of those pop filters. He pulls them out in the did I make a video on that? I thought I made something. Maybe I never uploaded it. Or maybe it's privated and I just never unprivated it. You know what my dumbass did? I could have swore there was I made a vid, because I went looking for the footage. Hold on, something with a mic. Let me see here. Yeah, pop mic stuff. Is this on my channel?
So the difference
It's
is that you're gonna see it
unlisted. Wrecked.
So the difference, not that you're going to see it when my camera is tiny for fighting games, but take a look.
I unlisted it like a retard.
big black
8
circle
months
here?
ago. I think I just watched it on my
Gone.
stream.
No more black circle on the screen. This is a small pop guard that sits like a curved U shape in front of the
Curved
microphone.
view shape.
And it's pretty good. It just attaches itself with like 2 like heavy duty rubber bands. It like latches onto the mic, the shape of the mic. Sounds good. And this also is going to help a ton. I can see the chat. I'm literally sitting here not going like this or this. I can see the chat. I don't have to lean around it to see it. I can see the entire blocking the entire chat. So that's pretty cool.
So he bought this one. Let's go back a couple months when he cleaned out the closet.
Most of them were trash.
Trash.
What happened is you'd put it in front like this. It would last a day, and then all of a sudden, the strength and elasticity of the arm of it would wear out, and it would go boo and droop over. And every day I'd be like adjusting.
He's lying. I have like that basic. Oh shit. I basically have this same one, this circle thing with the arm that bends. And I've had it for like 3 years, I believe, and it still just bends just fine. No wear, no tear. Watch this.
And this is obviously trash now.
That's the box it came in.
Derek, I have no idea how much the Samson stand is that I use.
Fucking Derek clip in here. Let's go.
No clue.
He wasn't
What is
banned
this?
yet.
This is an extra pop guard.
Extra pop guard.
If you don't know what a pop guard is, it's this right here. This
It's that right there. He buys shit in bulk all the time.
It's a purpose thing.
I think this might go back again. I might put a couple videos in this. This might be a couple of this. Oh, but the point of this is also, it's the same thing, just different branded differently. Exact same thing. And he wags out. He's like, it's the same fucking thing. Wait a minute. It's identical. Yeah, no shit. No shit.
It is identical.
It looks like the same one I have.
But it's a different brand.
Yeah. No shit. So that's in there.
That's kind of like a marketplace.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, we go back even further. This is like, I don't think I put it in when these happen. This is like 2000 whatever. You can find this date easy. Just look up the closet stream.
Save and use maybe in the future. Okay? Aware. Okay? And when I say that, I mean when you're buying stuff on Amazon.com or any website that's kind of like
2016 at least, because NBA 2K16's there.
Marketplace for different products. Be careful what you're buying. I have a quick story to tell you. I actually did an Instagram post about it this morning. So yesterday as I was finishing my Indies mini marathon, yesterday I dream of indie games. And as I was finishing up the stream, I was moving my microphone back to...
Oh, no. This whole thing is about microphones. Yeah. So you got him buying the new mic in the very beginning for Tekken 8. Then cleaning out the closet and finding these other mic things. These microphone things, the pop filters in the closet. And now we're at the part where he bought these pop filters in 2016.
Where it normally is for me to do gameplay.
That's what this video was.
My pop filter, which is a little mesh screen filter that you put in front of the microphone to avoid, big popping into the mic or loud volume adjustments into the mic when there's either air, blowing towards. Is it that the screen was weak or flimsy? No. Ends that allows this pop filter to go in front of the microphone snapped and fell out of the fucking clamp. It's so ridiculous. I've never seen a thick cable like this snap. So it's pretty apparent that it was pretty poorly manufactured, being that I've only...
We're going to get El Cheapo?
had this microphone since, what was it, April or May when I got this mic? So you're talking 6 months of use, maybe? And the thing snapped in two. And I'm looking at it like, there's no way I can fix this. Even if I put super glue in it, eventually I'm doing gameplay every day. I'm not pop filter. So I went to Amazon last night looking for pop filters for microphones, and there's about 400 of them. Okay.
And he bought all 400 of them just to make sure he got the right one.
Like, literally, there's like a bajillion of these things on Amazon. Now, the good news is they're all cheap. They're all like $5, $6, $7 tops. I think the most expensive one I saw on there was like $10. they're very inexpensive.
Okay.
So it's not like, oh crap, I gotta spend a ton of money to get a new pop filter. It's
It's not even your money. It's someone else's money. Fuck it. Go wild.
that big of a deal. But the bad news is, they're all from companies, not like a reputable company. Like my microphone is Audio Technica. No, I couldn't find one from Audio Technica.
Dragon something.
Third-party companies I've never heard of, and I'm looking at them like there's no way for me to grade.
Grade
A
them.
lot of them don't even have like reviews.
Oh,
I have no idea. So since they're so cheap, I said I'll order 2 or 3 of them.
let's go. Buy these shits in bulk, baby. And he still does to this day.
And if 2 of them suck, hopefully at least one of them will be decent.
There you go. If you ever wonder why DSP buys so much shit, literally just buying it just so one thing will work. Buy 5 things, one of them got to be the thing that's gonna work. Let's go.
So I ordered 3 of them.
Look at
2
this
of them,
king.
were available for 1-day shipping because I knew I needed it today.
What a
So I ordered
king.
2 of them for 1-day shipping. The other one wasn't available for 1-day shipping, so I ordered it to come on Monday. Great, right? I think I paid like $6 or whatever for the shipping. Not a big.
That's the rest of this video. It's the same thing?
Currently manufacture them and sell them to different companies.
Yes.
They same one piece of it, the piece of foam on it.
Yes.
A slight difference. It has a stamp on it that says the one that says Dragon Pad Pop Filter says trademarked.
Trademark, yes. He talks about this in the closet clean out.
It seems to be pretty. That one between when you're buying stuff on.
Big up Meth Bear. Ah, he might have.
Trademark. That's not a bad.
I think it just ends with talking about trade.
By the way,
Singapore, wait a minute.
Find out it's from Singapore.
Fucking Singapore. Uh-oh. DSP, be careful. Slayer is a known contributor and fan.
So, it is what it is. I just thought that was a funny story to start the stream today.
Well, there you go.
By the way, I didn't expect that we were going to have many people on the stream today. I think that NBA's pretty played out. I knew it. Like I said it earlier this year when I said I don't even know if I'm going to play NBA because I think it is played out. And I think
It's played out. Get wrecked, NBA.
Favorites. The story is so unique, so gripping.
Oh shit, we love Alan Wake.
Reading a very good suspense novel that keeps you at the edge of your seat and biting your fingernails. You never know what's going to happen next. You know something's going to jump out at you, or there's going to be another twist, another turn in the plot, and you're really just so interested in it that you
He was
can't turn
hooked.
away. Despite the fact that
And his fans agreed. Number 7 on the list.
on your enemies and repeatedly shooting them in the face could get old after a couple times. The fact that you go to so many different locales, the unique
Except
cast of
there's music in the
characters you
background.
come to love by the end of the game, and the whole gripping nature and the dark atmosphere really just make this a really complete package. And of course, the addition of the 2 DLCs that came later, finally rounding out the story and setting it up for a sequel, just make it an even better one. So overall, Alan Wake,
You loved
definitely
it.
one of my favorite playthroughs of the year.
There you go.
I'm not surprised to see it on this countdown, even though the gameplay wasn't so good. I think the story and some of my commentary really gripped people.
Some of my
watching.
commentary.
And of course, who could forget
People loved it.
the very classic Alan Wake Thriller song.
Oh, boy. Let's
take
suck
a
our
little
dick.
listen for those of you who didn't see my hateful truth of the game.
Let's
Basically,
go.
what happened was during the game there were certain things that actually reminded me of the Thriller video, and I
Yo.
started to kind of sing a little bit like it, and people also made music.
I
remixes
started
of
to
it well.
sing a little
I said,
bit
"You
like
know
he
what?
sounded just like
As a
Michael
little special
Jackson.
treat for my hateful truth review of the game, I actually sang the song, so let's listen to a little bit of that.
Of course.
It's late at night, you're in the forest. You can't remember
At least he
where
did
you've
something
been
for this hateful
to
truth that made it
be.
stand out.
So you got
Blue balls.
piercing through the night.
That always That also happens if your wife is fat, DSP.
Surrounded in darkness, some random asshole dashes straight ahead. It's time to fight, so cock that barrel and blow away his stupid ass until he's fucking dead because you're Alan Wake. To hell with his writer's block, you should have just got baked, but no, you're Alan.
Just smoke some weed, bro. Don't eat cookies with it, though.
Batteries and pray, it's Alan. Charge them batteries, son. Charge them batteries, son. Find that fucking flare gun. Find the fucking flare gun. Coming up, one of the most anticipated sequels of the year
Terrible.
fails to disappoint.
Michael Jackson should come back to life and be allowed to beat up DSP for that rendition. And we getting hit with the ads again. The ad for ad block is ridiculous.
It's Darkside Phil's top 10 fan-voted games of 2010. Number 6, Mass Effect 2.
Oh boy. Shepard, being gay.
Mass Effect 2 had many changes when compared with the first
Oh,
iteration
yeah.
of the game. First of
I don't know
all,
if it's the
becoming
gay
a more
run.
action-oriented third-person shooter rather than the more detail-oriented role-playing game that Mass Effect 1 was. But all in all, I think it was a good transition, and I think the reason that fans really liked my playthrough of Mass Effect 2 was the fact that I
terrible.
didn't speed through the game. I didn't rush through it and try to beat it and just say,
Yeah, I've been getting it's that one dude too. It's always the dude that's like looking at you, and he kind of looks like that Daniel Larson guy.
And pretty much tried to do every single
You get that
mission available to
dude's
me in the
commercial a
game,
lot.
so that by the time I got to the end, I had unlocked almost everything needed.
They're on a
I got
fucking
the absolute
mission.
best ending, and I think it was a really good ending wrap up to the story. So I can understand, the characters in this game are very endearing. I have a lot of opportunity here for me to joke around, but also to try to do some pretty interesting live commentary. So I understand why people would think this is one of the best of the year.
Let's go.
In my opinion, I think this actually came in a little bit low. I thought people thought that this would be a
Yo, it should have been higher. Yo, this was a great gameplay, but this was a great playthrough by myself. It should have been higher.
The favorites of the year.
Imagine saying that.
Dang. Get him out of here.
Oh shit. I forget who's there he is again. Oh shit, forgotten locale. Welcome. We're watching DSP's 2010 Video Games Awards.
Top 10 fan-voted games of 2010.
And it's on the fan-voted ones.
Number 5.
We're getting cross shops.
Or also known as Fahrenheit.
And you can get this song on Amazon. MP3 today. DSP shilling.
Indigo Prophecy was one
Oh,
of
God.
the previously made games by Studio Quantic Dream, who also created Heavy Rain this year in 2010. And after the critical acclaim that I received for my playthrough of Heavy Rain, I decided to do
Critical
a special holiday
acclaim.
edition,
Dave, we love it.
Playthrough of Indigo Prophecy.
Dave, that playthrough was so legendary. When I come into your chat in the future, I will say, been a fan since Heavy Rain. Know that.
Why do I think this game got, so much appeal and so many votes? I think pretty much it's because, number one, it's the same kind of a interactive story that Heavy Rain was, which really makes it feel like you're being engrossed in a movie. And it sucks you in. It lets you.
Oh wait, this isn't Heavy Rain. Never mind. I'm thinking this was Heavy Rain.
And by the way, this
is the fucking Fahrenheit game, Prophecy, whatever. The 2010
really allowed me to do some of the funniest,
Halloween special.
But also, I think some of the most interesting commentary of the year, especially with Lucas being able to do some insane karate moves and crazy stuff throughout the game. By the end, they're throwing Kamehamehas like it's Dragon Ball.
Uh-oh.
Crazy ending to the game.
There's DSP saying Kamehameha, by the way.
Far-fetched and ridiculous, but if you take it with a grain of salt and you just try to enjoy it, and you sit down and you go along for the ride, I think the Indigo Prophecy is one of the most fun playthroughs of the year. Really good, and I can't wait to see what Quantic Dream has next for us. Up next, one of my largest fan favorite playthroughs gets its due.
These are like 2, 1, he ain't fuck, damn! DSP, hey, a different commercial, it's a guitar. Is that a Gibson? Nope, didn't tell us. We don't get to know.
Darkside Phil's top 10 fan-voted games of 2010.
I also like that he has to put his name in there.
Fan-voted games.
Crown on his name. It could have just been top 10 fan-voted games of 2010. Had to make sure he was in there somehow. Top 10 fan-voted Darkside Phil games of the year.
Of 2010. Number 4, Fallout New Vegas.
Oh shit. The GOAT game.
It's no surprise to find this game here in the top 10 fan favorite playthroughs, simply because my actual playthrough of Fallout 3 is probably one of the most beloved and most liked by my fans to begin with. The whole open world aspect, the
My fans like my work. Alright.
fact that I really didn't look up too much or cheat that much and ended up getting lost multiple times in the Capital Wasteland really let that game become one of the most popular. And I think that
He yelled at his fans in Fallout 3 when he was looking for the alien gun. They told him where it was, and he goes to it, and he doesn't see it because he's too drunk. And he goes, "That's what I get for listening to my stupid fucking fans." And he walks away. You can see like the ammo on the ground. He was fucking blasted.
translated
It was
over to
crazy.
the sequel, per se, for the same kind of reasons. Again, an open world atmosphere.
He was just
going back to
wild.
The classic style.
Yeah, that's what
of
I get for
gameplay,
listening to my stupid
interactivity,
fucking fans.
dialogue options,
Oh,
but
shit.
also the fact that I
Thank
tried
you,
to do
Booker
as many
T,
of the
jump
optional
scare.
missions as I could before I finally wrapped up the gameplay.
Big up
Now,
Jack
to be completely
Skeleton.
honest, yes, there were one of two optional missions that I did not do, and that was simply because by the end of the game, my game was actually becoming so buggy that I was afraid that I wasn't going to be able to finish it.
Scared the
And
shit
we'll
out of
talk
me.
about that a
This
little
is
bit
Booker
more
T
when we get to the game
coming out of
and
nowhere,
the
yelling at me.
score in the top 20 best games of the year. But unfortunately, this game, I think, as watching it as a playthrough, it's probably a lot more enjoyable than playing it, simply because although I did enjoy the game, there were just some annoyances that really, doing these missions that didn't pay off because of game bugs and sitting there for 5 minutes at a time watching it load and not being able to skip ahead like you can do on YouTube or another website is really frustrating. So
Wait, what?
I think the game is excellent. I think it's still one of the best of the year. I think that everyone out there should go try it, but I am a little disappointed with the bugs, and I know the game would have been a lot better without them. However,
Why did he want to skip ahead for? Hold on.
And that was simply do as many of the optional missions as I could before I finally wrapped up the gameplay.
Okay.
Now, to be completely honest, yes, there were one of two optional missions that I did not do.
All right.
That was simply because by the end of the game, my game was actually becoming so buggy that I was afraid that I wasn't going to be able to finish it. And we can talk about that a little bit more when we give the game kind of an official review and score in the top 20 best games of the year. But unfortunately...
Great, we won't get to see that because you never uploaded it, you fucking bitch.
This game, I think...
Well, at least not to YouTube, just on Blip.
As watching it as a playthrough, it's probably a lot more enjoyable than playing it, simply because although I did enjoy the game, there were just some annoyances that really, doing these missions that didn't pay off because of game bugs and sitting there for 5 minutes at a time watching it load and not being able to skip ahead like you can do on YouTube or another website.
Yeah, because they're not fucking videos you're watching, they're fucking games you're playing. 2010, he wanted to skip shit like it was a video. Interesting.
It's
All
really
right.
frustrating. So I think the game is excellent. I think it's still one of the
I think
best
it's
of the year.
great, just not the parts that you gotta sit through. I don't want the bad stuff, I just want the good stuff.
Everyone out there should go try it, but I am a little disappointed with the bugs, and I know the game could have been a lot better without them.
Yeah, no
however,
shit.
Being able to return to this world and getting an entirely new cast of characters, all the improvements from the first game, I could definitely see why people enjoyed this and voted it into the number 4 spot. Coming up next,
Oh my God.
some gimmicks can actually come out with hilarious conclusions. Check it out.
I hate these endings, like... the last frame we get on these videos where he's doing the crotch chop. I'm gonna stop it on the next one. Yo, they hit us with another one. You know what? We're actually gonna go back.
Top 10 fan-voted games of 2010.
No. They're trying to hit us with more ads. Get them out of here. Get wrecked.
Top conclusions. Check it out.
The last frame on this is amazing. Yo, we got scammed.
Darkside Phil's top 10 fan-voted games of 2010. Darkside Phil's top 10 fan-voted games
Trying to
of
scam me. I can't get it. It's like at the very end. At least can't get it on this. I'll get it though.
Top 10 fan-voted games
On this?
of 2010.
Oh, it's right there in the beginning. There you go. We're in cat POV right now. Let's go. Giving it to her.
Number 3, the PlayStation Move and its various gameplay. Two different companies came out with
Yeah, we need
motion
Viscount.
controls this year.
That can be for DSP's 50th birthday party. Viscount can come on the Level 1 podcast and they can crotch chop with each other.
And the verdict was out on which would be the better one. Well, after trying both, I can honestly tell you,
It's gonna be all fun and
DSP
games
that's
until
far
Cat
more
fucks
functional and
Viscount. It's
useful
gonna
at
make
this point
DSP
in time
kinda
than the
angry.
Microsoft Connect. Now, I tried various games on the PS Move, but I think the two that ended up being the most hilarious and the biggest fan favorites were Start the Party and
Start
TV
the Party.
Superstars. Now,
TV
Superstars was
Superstars.
funny for multiple reasons.
Why?
First of all, the fact that you can make your own custom avatars that could look absolutely ridiculous.
Alright.
The ability to make your own catchphrases, like John Rambo's hilarious on the spot. Would you like some balls? Which just
Would
came
you
out of
like
nowhere
some
and kind of became
balls?
A fan favorite catchphrase after that. And
All the fans were saying it. Would you like some balls, Rambo? DSP, would you like some balls?
Dresser in the fashion game.
Wait, what?
Also the
Oh.
hip-hop chef.
Oh
and,
boy.
Hilarity of someone's favorite catchphrase after that.
Would you
And,
like some balls?
They also did like John Rambo's hilarious on the spot. Would you like some balls?
On the spot. Would you like some balls, sir?
Came out of nowhere and kind of became a fan favorite catchphrase after that.
Someone should turn that into like a porn series. Would you like some balls?
And they also just the hilarity of some of the things in the game, like the ridiculously flamboyantly gay dresser in the
Flamboyantly gay. Let's go.
the fashion game, and also the
You're in the
hip-hop
fashion
chef
game. Oh,
in,
wait a minute.
in the cooking show. But I think overall,
Hip
the
hop
funniest moment
chef.
and the reason that people
What, the
really
hip hop
liked
gamer?
PS Move playthroughs was when we were playing Start the Party with myself, John Rambo, and Howard, and it's so funny the way that the camera shows you while you're doing it in this virtual world. I mean, John just started going completely silly, messing around with it, and then of course there was the classic moment when Howard finally got to play.
Oh,
Let's
God.
take a look.
John, why'd you splooge all over Howard's face?
What am I supposed to do? What are you doing? Oh, you're on the other side?
Tiny Tim. Look at you go.
Just having some fun.
And press it like you mean it. Watch out for the bad bugs. Are you gonna win? Oh,
Let's go! Howard took out the camera. One swipe.
Tiny Tim.
Sent that bitch flying.
press it like you mean it. Watch out for the bad bugs. Are you gonna win?
It's those bugs right there near his face. He sees it. Look at them. There they are. Coming in for it. We got taken out. We didn't even stand a chance. Went flying across the room. We don't know what's going on. I'm scared. I think we see rug. Lights? Ceiling? Oh. Wow, it was not even that long of a clip. Thanks, DSP. We couldn't even have fucking fun.
Watch out for the bad bugs. Are you gonna win?
Up next,
There you go. It doesn't even play the whole fucking clip. Yo. This dude's a scammer.
Rockstar takes us to the Old West. Well, hilarity ensues.
Didn't even get the whole clip of it. Like when they set the camera back up or nothing. Look at how it break my shit. And this video's even shorter. 1:44. What the fuck?
Number 2.
Crotch
Red
drops.
Dead Redemption.
Oh shit.
It's definitely not hard to see why this got the number 2 spot. Open world gameplay with a Wild West touch, taking the Grand Theft Auto formula and totally flipping it on its head in a different time with different weapons, different abilities, but also just the amount of amazing content that was in this game, the amazing
Content.
characters that really,
Hey, Dutch.
through multiple mission structures, you got to know, you got to like, whether they were some of the nicest of the nice or the dirtiest of the
He's got a
dirty back in the
plan
West.
down in Tahiti.
Pretty good. And I definitely have to say, the online gameplay and of course the DLCs.
Oh god.
After
He's gonna talk about Suicide Kings. Please no.
In my opinion, the best DLC of the year with Undead Nightmare. But I think what really sells this game overall is the character of John Marston. I think that the ability to go ahead with and follow along and liking John Marston as a person, and my ability then to go
DSP's
ahead
in
and
love.
enjoy the game and give great commentary, because I felt, very supportive of the character who I was using, this outlaw who was now looking for redemption, who was being forced to basically hunt his old gang,
Get
so
him
he could get
down.
his family back. I mean, it was a great story.
Your pick,
And,
your
we'll
family
talk
or
a
your
little bit more
gang.
about, my overall feelings in the game and the top 20 best games of the year. But I could definitely understand why people thought this was one of my best playthroughs of the year. And overall, excellent game, excellent value. If you haven't tried it, you gotta go play it. Alright, coming up, this is it. The #1 fan-voted playthrough of the year.
Oh,
For
shit.
some, it's probably not going to be any surprise. Check it out.
What could it be? I legit don't know. Cause it's just numbered playlist.
It's Darkside Phil's top 10 fan-voted games of 2010. Number 1. No
Number
surprise
one.
to anyone, it is Heavy Rain.
Oh. Yeah, I should have saw that coming.
At the time, I'm honestly going to admit that Heavy Rain was probably the most unique game I had ever
Unique.
played. Rather than being this really engrossing gameplay,
Engrossing.
Heavy Rain focused more on exceptional graphics, exceptional voice acting, really interesting characters, and a plot that ate you up just like any other mystery thriller movie. And it was such an engrossing game that I got into it probably the most of any other game that I played in 2010. I enjoyed every second that I was
sang
playing
the
this
song.
game, and
Heavy as
some
the
of
rain.
crazy scenarios and things that it put you in. I mean, I could tell you the one scene where I was driving on the highway backwards as Ethan. I was so into it because I didn't want it to die. The thing about this game is that if you fuck up and someone dies, that's it. They're never coming back.
Like real life.
For me, it really meant
He
something
know.
to save these characters and keep them alive and make the right
He
decisions.
could keep video
And
game
just
T
I
alive.
was
Let's
standing
go.
Up, I was on my feet doing the driving motions, and I swung the controller and smashed my cup of juice all over the actually, it was water, I believe, all over my coffee table. But I had to keep playing because I couldn't let Ethan die. I mean, this is the kind of game that is worth your dollar, and I can understand why people definitely thought this was not only one of the best, but one of the most entertaining playthroughs, if not the most entertaining playthrough I ever did. I mean, just so many opportunities for hilarious things.
Welcome, Young
especially
Venus.
Some of the trivia
I'm not. Wouldn't say I would play it. I don't like this.
Just being able
Like
to kind of mess around
game type where it's like a lot of QTE type shits. People like it. People like it. For me, it's a no.
with those and say, "Oh, I'm gonna get out of bed. Oh, I'm tired. Go back to sleep," and then make them crash back into the bed.
But I can get
like
why people
Now,
kind
keep in
of
mind,
would
later
like
on this year, I
story
did
heavy
Indigo
games where it's
Prophecy,
like
which was
more of
pretty
like a
much the same
movie.
type of game with a far
But
different plot.
yeah, I
So
don't
some
care
of this
about these
kinda
types of
carried
games.
into the playthrough of Indigo Prophecy, but I have to say that Heavy Rain, by far, in my opinion, one of the most entertaining playthroughs of the year. I totally understand why, because how into the game I got and how funny I think the playthrough was. If you haven't checked it out, I tell you,
Yeah, go watch it.
To my original channel on YouTube,
No.
Darkside Phil.
He's fucking lying here in the past. You can go watch it on DSP Throwbacks or DSP Reacts where he watches it and he does the same jokes and tells you how great it was. And I think some people LARP in there like, hey, DSP, been a fan since, hey, you're watching the thing that I've been a fan of. Big ups.
Check out the Heavy Rain playthrough. It's freaking hilarious. You are missing out if you don't watch it. So that is it. Okay, so we've gotten through the top 10 fan-voted playthroughs of the year.
Yes, it's gonna be a it's a setup for a pile of clothes. They're gonna be all intertwined. Pretty much, this is just a pile. This is just a JPEG of a pile of clothes that I just stretched out. I just made it a what do you call it? An object, and then I gave it a small mesh so that it could I could just grab it and then like make it look like there's stuff underneath it, but it's actually just an empty pile. The PNG. Oh yeah, I think I have it in here. No, that's not it. Yeah, it's just that right there. Just that picture. And I just grabbed it and pulled it up so I could have it. Because I wanted there something to be around the room. It's going to be a music video to his Ziggy diss he did to me. I would be working on this more, but apparently the audio from this plays, and I don't want it to play. So I can't really do anything with this right now. I gotta figure out why the audio's playing. I think because like what guy two names said earlier, I have whatever that is, audio, not a like a separate audio source and overall audio source. So it's picking up everything. So I can't even show you this cool fucking dude. Look at that. We got the Stalingrad across the chest. Hold on. Hold on, let me turn some of this stuff off. You got Stalingrad across the chest. Some nipples, skull. You got the 14 and then the double eights. Little tank right here. The star. Little MP40 right there, I believe. And some Luden waffles. And we have back pieces. Oh, no, wait. I don't think I did the back tattoo. You're supposed to have a tattoo of Tiny Mustache Man, but I don't think I did it. No, I didn't make the Tiny Mustache Man. I just gave, like, his hairy butt sticking out. But there was going to be a big picture of the guy. The mustache guy. Like, right here on his back. But I think I either forgot or I never did it. But yeah, I was going to work on this, but because the audio plays, I didn't want to give Villain a free strike. He already has 2 on me. So I can't work on this tonight. But we're gonna have fun. I had it set up too, so because we got like the legs kind of like work with like weight. Oh man, we were gonna make dances and shit. Have them dancing to the fucking thing, doing stuff like that. But the fucking audio's being the bitch, so we can't, unfortunately. I'll only be able to work on this stuff up here. Stupid blender.
The final top 10 countdown of the year is actually going to be an amazing top 20 because I played so many games in 2010. It's going to be my personal ranking of the top 20 best games of the year. So basically, my game.
It's only one. It's going to be
why I think that game deserves to be there.
There may be a small parody sometime in the future called Black Pill Z. Let that sit in your mind for a little bit. What it
exactly
could be.
Did it excel at? What did it fall short on? How could they improve in the next iteration? I'm going to try to do as full in-depth information as possible so that everyone really gets the most out of it. And
oh, we had the Ziggy shirt. No, that's the underwear.
20, so
he put me on his shirt and killed me. Look at this motherfucker.
When I come back, the top 20 games
piece of trash.
Dark Side Phil's Game of the Year awards.
I believe one of his disses says put Ziggy up on his shirt. I think I wanted to put that one on. I wanted to do that one because that one's only like 59 seconds of a rap, so that wouldn't take that much long to animate. Oh, come on, UPS, what your ad doing here? It's fucking us, sir. Okay, thanks YouTube. You're being stupid and toxic. Where's it gonna throw us now?
If it's gorgeous, you want.
YouTube got mad. Hit us with a full ad. You motherfuckers.
Stunning.
Beautiful. They don't even let us skip.
Look for the grit.
Oh, fuck you, YouTube. Hit us with another one. Come on, ad block. Fight! Fight, you bum! Let's go. No, we got hit with another one. 15 seconds. Fuck it. We'll watch it. Get this game. Whatever this is. Get it. Maybe if we do that, we can just get out of here. There you go. Delta Force.
It's DSP's top 5 DLCs.
Oh, let's go. The DLCs.
2010. Before we announce our top 2 DLCs of 2010, let's take a quick intermission by exploring the absolute worst of the worst and also the most disappointing DLCs of the year. First, what was the most disappointing? Well, to be completely honest, the most disappointing DLC for me might not even be what some consider to be a DLC.
What was it?
Hopefully they didn't fuck it up again.
Oh boy. Sonic 4. Whatever happened to Sonic 4? It only came out with one
It would be
episode.
Sega's release of Sonic 4 Episode 1. Now, first of all, let me explain. Sonic 4 Episode 1 was supposed to be a return to the classic 2D style of Sonic the Hedgehog gameplay after nearly more than a decade of 3D iterations, which were very...
If you listen to his stupid Sonic song, the fuck you and fuck your mother, that song, he complains about this game at the end of it. He's like, whatever happened to Sonic 4? It only came out with one episode.
lowly rated and not critically acclaimed.
Oh, man.
So,
Throat
what did
getting dry
Sega do? They made Sonic 4 Episode 1, which was meant to be the first in a series of episodic content that would basically create a full Sonic 2D installment.
Oh, they didn't charge for this.
Now, in
They
its
charge for
defense,
this?
the game is decent. It's actually a very good homage to the original Sonic games, but I have several problems with this. Number one, they actually
I would
took
just
away
walk.
most of Sonic's moves.
Forgotten
In fact,
locale. You can't
all
be
he
playing
can
that in
really
the
do
car.
is dash in place and...
By the way, when DSP was doing his top 10 favorite fan voted like music remixes, just know that that song Proto Man, DSP said he can see himself driving down the street bumping it because it's a club song. So know that if you ever think, oh man, what song would DSP listen to of his? It's Proto Man, that fucking Mega Man song. DSP rolling down him and Cat listening to Proto
He has a
Man
new
on the way to
there,
Fred
which was actually
Myers.
added during the 3D era. He can't do the speed run anymore. He can't do pretty much any of the abilities
DSP
from
making
Sonic
Jasper
3
listen
or
to it.
Knuckles, and
Listen
it's just
to it.
really confusing why they would.
Now they made the song about your dad, Jasper.
In addition, the game is almost too much.
By
of
the
a
time I
homage
played
to
Mega
the
Man.
originals, meaning that a lot of the bosses, a lot of the stages are actually pretty much lifted straight from the original Sonic series. And this
Also,
feels
the
more
song
like a
Two
redo
Gin
than
Tig
a
Bitties
brand
is a
new
rap
game.
song according
And
to
the
DSP.
final, nail in the coffin is the fact that this game only has 4 different worlds before you face the final stage.
So Kendrick
Each one only
Lamar,
has a couple stages.
Tupac
Since
Shakur,
the bosses are rehashed, there's
Phil
really
Paul
nothing original
Burnell.
there, and
You can put him
honestly,
in that. You
this
can
game
do
is
that.
not
He
very
said it's
good
a
at
rap
all. I
song.
really thought
He's
that
a
it was gonna be
rapper.
up to par with some of the original
Finally,
Sonic titles.
Tupac
It is
and
not. It feels
and
more
Dark
like
Side
almost an
Phil in the
All-Stars
same
edition
category.
than the all-new iteration. And another question is, where's Tails? Where's Knuckles?
Where's
Where are all the
Tails? Where is
characters that
he?
we grew to love over the
Where's
years? They're
Cat?
all missing. And if that's an excuse,
She came back
for
from
us to have to go
Doko
back
Island but
episode
disappeared.
2, well, that's a sad
How did we lose
excuse.
her?
And really,
She's so
honestly,
big.
if you're gonna sell a game, even if it's gonna be episodic content, it should feel like a complete game. Sonic 4 Episode 1 does not feel like a complete game. In fact, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that I thought Sonic Colors was actually a much better game than Sonic 4 this year.
Yeah, they just
and
go to the
if you
store,
actually
just sing
check
the
with,
song.
fan feedback, there's actually a Sonic fan remix for free online.
Wait, what remix is he about to talk?
Online
His?
that was made by fans. It's a fan game that basically adds new abilities.
Oh no, it's an actual game that he's talking about. I thought he was talking about remix like a song. I can't wait till Kat loses her job and then becomes like an Uber driver, and then when she picks people up, she just has DSP music playing. Where you going? We're going to, I don't know, Fred Meyer. Let's go. I spawn, I die for the whole 5-minute ride.
The graphics are actually better than those of Sonic 4, and people have rated that game much higher than Sonic 4 Episode 1. So, pretty funny that a 2-man team of fans were able to create a game that was better than the original Sonic games, a better sequel than Sonic 4
Why didn't you play that one? Did you play that?
They had no budget and pretty much no development team whatsoever.
Did you play that,
They're not
DSP?
charging for their game, so definitely go check it out if you get the chance.
All right. You're not even going to
Alright,
link
so
it.
enough
Thank you,
about
DSP.
that. Let's talk about
Enough about
the
that.
absolute worst of the worst, waste of your money, ripping you off, no quality, the worst.
Oh yeah, he did weird shit with this. He did top 5 DLC and then only one worst DLC, which is like these right here. Really weird. So he did 5 separate videos for his favorite top 5, and then for like the worst, he just made this one long video.
DLC of 2010 is Modern Warfare 2's Stimulus Pack. During a time period when the U.S. economy is at one of its worst points in modern history, money is really scarce, and people are really looking for quality over quantity. This was just a slap in the face.
Gonna be all
now,
tips
let
on
me
me.
explain. people at this time period when the stimulus pack map pack was released were already
Oh,
looking
he
for
hates.
improvements in the
Yeah.
gameplay of Modern Warfare 2 online. At the time, cheating was rampant. People
Cheating's
were constantly abusing
rampant.
double
Like
shotguns, different game exploits, and it was a horrible
It's just
experience.
COD,
And
bro.
at this point was the time when some people were starting to quit Modern Warfare 2 to move on to other things, and there was actually a community outcry for patches to fix a lot of these problems. Now, previously, Infinity Ward had been famous for actually responding to this kind of deal and patching their game, but there was all kinds of internal turmoil in the studio at the time. In fact, this was the beginning of the rumblings where half of Infinity Ward either got fired or walked out of the company and no longer worked for Activision. Therefore, there was basically no response to the
Oh, wait a minute.
company
I want to see
no
that
longer worked for
screen
Activision.
again.
Therefore,
Is he playing with that lady? No, this is before she joined. Yeah, I don't see her names before she
there was
joined playing with
basically
them.
no response to the fan outcry, and when the stimulus pack was released, first of all, it was extremely overpriced. It was only a very small handful of maps, some of which people didn't even enjoy, and it was pretty much a slap in the face. I mean,
Slap
at a
in the
time when
face.
the U.S. government was looking to stimulate the economy by trying to put money into the hands of banks and other businesses that were going under, calling your map pack a stimulus pack,
bro. Whatever.
really is just insulting. Like,
insulting. Should I call it I lost my fucking job, let me bitch about it until I make internet videos, DSP?
Who's being stimulated here? It certainly wasn't the gameplay of Modern Warfare 2 because
oh, really? Go fuck yourself.
Fixes or requested improvements were put
Whatever.
into the game. In fact, the only thing that
Dude's
really was
trash
stimulated
at the
were the
game.
pockets of Activision when everyone
have someone else getting
$10
rich.
or so to get these maps and realized
That's what he
it's
really
the same
hates.
crappy gameplay on
He hates not getting money and watching other people get money. It's 1 and 2.
your maps. So, unfortunately, this is really the beginning of the downfall of Infinity Ward.
Oh, man, I can't. Do you guys remember Call of Duty when that game used to come out? How it closed down, no longer relevant? Oh, man.
Up to that point, when Modern Warfare 2 was released in the fall of 2009,
sure wish they'd make a new Call of Duty.
That's why a lot of people actually
haven't seen that in years.
Voted this game as Game of the Year. But as soon as the stimulus pack come out, people pretty much realized this is the end of really having confidence in this company and believing that they're going to.
Oh man, they're going down. They're done. They'll never make another game.
What they want. It was just basically release it. It's out there. If you don't like what's abusable or what's wrong with the game, tough shit.
And that's what they
by
said.
the way, if you want more maps, pay us a crap load of overpriced money.
Overpriced money? What?
By the way, if you want more maps, pay us a crap load of overpriced money.
We couldn't even do a retake for that. Pay us a crap load of overpriced, money. Couldn't even retake that. What a bum.
For it. So, unfortunately,
what a fucking idiot. A moron and he's lazy. Goddamn.
And just a slap in the face, the beginning of the downfall.
And a slap in the
War,
face
and
with their
looks like,
penis.
At least for the immediate future, that Treyarch's going to hold the crown for the best Call of Duty games in the series. Up next, we return to our top 10 countdown with the number 2 best DLC of 2010.
I don't know if that's going to be in the same order as it was. The way he's saying it. This might be the last.
That's something you might want to see.
And we got hit with another commercial. Motherfuckers. We're just rolling with it. I'm just chilling now.
Nobody knows what the hell we're doing.
Yellowstone is a sponsor of this stream, along with Peacock. Fuck it, I'm selling out. Peacock, I'm chilling. Not for this motherfucker, though. Go fuck yourself, brother. Go fuck. I'm not chilling for this bitch. I just shilled for Yellowstone and Peacock. Get out of here.
Trapped with the in-laws this holiday season?
No. I'm trapped with goddamn ads.
In just a few short years,
Let's
DLCs
go.
have gone from a scarce rarity to almost a common.
Goddamn, YouTube. YouTube, are you that down bad for money? Open an OF. Get out of here.
So prominent that I actually decided to give it its own countdown. So which were the best ones and which were the ones that were not worth your time? Well, let's find out. It's DSP's top 5 DLCs of 2010. Number 5, Heavy Rain's The Taxidermist DLC.
Oh, God.
Heavy Rain was one of the most original games of 2010, and therefore...
Oh, did he pause? Oh, yeah, that was his pause. I was like, why was it
everyone was
paused?
foaming at the mouth for more. Quantic Dream responded by promising a series of DLCs that would be released over the course of the year that would actually...
Oh, this is what he hates. He says that he got screwed or whatever because they made like a PS Move version.
The first of these DLCs, titled The Taxidermist, focused on the journalist Madison Page following up on
it's
a
the lady
who she thought would lead her to the origami killer. Instead, it brought her to the house of an actual taxidermist, which she breaks into and investigates. Now, the unique thing about this DLC is that it plays out exactly like the campaign of Heavy Rain. There are different things that you can do, different hiding places where you can go when the taxidermist actually shows up at home.
I don't shill for political parties. That's your own business.
So, for one DLC and one purchase,
I was only shilling for Yellowstone because they were on, and I was hoping that if we just shilled for it and sat through it, we could get over with it.
In fact, when I actually played this, John Rambo was over, and we played through the entire thing several times till we got every single option because it was so much fun.
Alternate choices. Where he said the N-word. Let's go. That's why you won't remaster this playlist.
For anyone who bought the first run of Heavy Rain on the PS3. The only problem? Well, Quantic Dream failed to follow through on their promise of releasing a series of DLCs over the course of 2010 because Sony actually contacted the company and asked them to work on a version of Heavy Rain that would work with the new PS Move motion control.
Good job, Sony, you idiots.
Quantic Dream very candidly told Sony, listen, we have other projects that we're working on, so we can either work on these PS Move controls or we can complete the rest of the DLCs, which we've already promised everyone for this year. And Sony basically said to Quantic Dream, well, we prefer that you work on the PS Move, basically because we want to make additional money, and we need to...
Yo, what the hell is DSP doing in this clip?
On the move. So
R1?
Said, okay, if that's really what you want. They dropped all the DLC content. They focused on the motion control, and a motion control version of the game was patched and is now available for purchase. So if you are interested in that kind of
shit, she's going downstairs. Let's go.
Try it out. I did actually try the motion control demo and thought it was
time run. Run, bitch! Let me go down the stairs slowly.
It's definitely one of the best DLCs
run.
But a little bit of disappointment simply because it was so good. You could see that there was massive potential for their...
Bro, you're on the first floor of a house. Break a window and jump out of it. What are we doing?
Because of Sony's greed.
Bro.
See, because that way he doesn't know where you are. I don't know.
Bro, jump the fence! I hate all these people in this game. I hate all these fucking people. That was trash. Bro, you're on the first...
You didn't really think I was going to forget about
Of course. He's going to show this. People will actually really love this scene and his reaction to it. That they actually re-uploaded it to multiple channels. Just this clip, though.
The funniest, most gruesome, most shocking, but most freaking awesome gaming moment of the year, did ya? Oh, here we go!
I never played this game, and I just knew about this part, and I always wondered why this dude had the knife. I didn't even know that he was the murderer or anything like that. I just know his chainsaw balls guy. That's it. He's the guy that catches a chainsaw to the balls, and I don't even know if he's like an actual murderer.
Oh, motherfucker, you want some? Come get some.
Come get some.
Yeah. I want some fresh meat. Oh, yes! Oh, shit.
It's not gonna work.
Why not?
I don't know.
Oh!
I like that his laugh times up with that facial animation. That is DSP. If you want to know what the real O-face is, right there, baby. Oh, man. That's DSP's O-face. Gross.
Oh my god! She chainsawed his fucking balls off! That's the best video ever!
Best video ever, because it's balls and chainsaws for some reason.
That was fucking awesome, dude.
Shut the fucking garage door in his head.
That was fucking awesome. She chainsawed.
This lady sucks as a character. She was on the bottom floor of a fucking house. She could have broke a window and went through the fucking window. Instead, this dumb bitch goes outside and goes into a fucking, like, garage. I know it's a video game, but I don't know. It annoys me. She could have been out. She could have been out.
His fucking balls off, dude. His balls.
this a different ending?
Yeah, well, no, I guess this is probably like, you're amazing.
Castration. You got this
Duke Nukem comes out and goes, you've got balls of steel.
Coming up next, what's the perfect...
There you go. You got balls of steel. And just cut it off right there, telling John Rambo that.
What if I told you this was the last ad
Oh
you've ever
my
seen?
god. And they're using I Hate Everything
Let me
like
explain. It's a
sock
free Chrome extension
music.
that's actually
You
made by one of
bitch.
the founders of Honey.
You
And it
bitch.
basically blocks ads for you. Like,
Go
imagine watching YouTube and
away.
Twitch.
Go away. You know what? I'm gonna wish revenge on that lady.
Saving for the car of
I hope that lady gets to a point in life where she has to move in with DSP. Eat that, lady.
your dream.
I'm gonna wish like harm. I'm not gonna wish harm, but I'm gonna wish that she moves in with Dave. You see what he did to Cat? He's gonna do it to that lady. Oh my god. We are struggling. Struggling. Alright, fine. We'll watch guitar. Go away, guitar. You got your commercial. I'm chilling for guitars, too. Bro, 15 seconds. Come on.
It's DSP's
Thank God.
top
Hey,
5
platformers.
DLCs of 2010.
And they
Number
did the
4.
stupid thing where it gets stuck right here. Get out of here. I don't want to click that because it's going to do something
Dead
weird.
Rising 2, Case 0. The game developers of Dead Rising 2 could have done what everyone else usually does when they...
Yeah, I know, but I knew that like
game
track
demo
from like I think it was like the movie reviews. Was it I Hate Everything did like the movie reviews? I know it from there.
it for free over the online...
And it's always weird when you see it in like a commercial on like YouTube. Or like if you watch somebody and they use like a certain set of music and you hear it in someone else's video, it's always like a little bit weird.
So people
At least
try
from my
the game.
perspective.
However, a lot of the times this could fall short of expectations, especially when it's a game that hasn't been around for quite a long time. In the case of Dead Rising 2, the original Dead Rising had come at launch of the Xbox 360. So we're looking at a significant amount of time, 3 to 4 years since the last iteration had been released.
Okay.
So the game developers did something a little different.
What'd they do?
They actually decided to release a DLC prequel completely separate from the actual game of Dead Rising 2. In this DLC, we're introduced to the new main character, Chuck Green, and his daughter, Katie, who arrive on
Big
the
up,
outskirts
Chuck.
of a town on the outskirts of Las Vegas. And
You said it's not Las
introduced to
Vegas.
zombie,
Get outta here.
Gameplay, figuring out how to combine weapons. You actually fight your first boss fight, and the exploration mechanic as well. Now, what's important to note is that because you had to spend money on this DLC, it had to have a payoff, and therefore what they decided to do was that anything you actually found during the DLC, including the combination cards that allowed you to make some of the coolest weapons in the game, could be carried over into the actual campaign of Dead Rising 2. And therefore, when I actually went and played Dead Rising 2, I ended up having some weapons right off the bat, which was pretty neat.
Look
So
at that.
all in all, even though
He liked the
Dead
game to
Rising
let
2,
him
DLC
come in
Case Zero is a
extra
little bit
fucking
difficult.
grind
It does
it
have
up.
a learning curve for those who possibly have never played this kind
Look
of
at
game
this
before, or maybe
dude.
weren't into the first Dead Rising. It's still an excellent way to introduce you into the franchise, and in fact, it was so well received that they've actually decided to do a second one in the last week of this year called Case West, where Chuck Green will actually team up with Frank West,
Oh,
the main
shit.
character from the first Dead Rising.
Hey, Dick.
Now, I understand that that is also a DLC, and possibly it had a chance to make it into this countdown. So let's just give it an honorary spot here along with Case Zero. If it does end up being pretty good, I will definitely do a review of it near the end of the year so that we can evaluate that one as well.
DSP's putting the game on the best DLCs of the year before it even comes out. Wait a minute.
Team up with Frank West, the main character from the first Dead Rising. Now, I understand that that is also a DLC.
Yeah.
And possibly it had a chance to make it into this countdown.
Yeah.
So let's just give it an honorary spot here.
An honorary spot.
Along with Case Zero. if it does end up being pretty good, I will definitely do a Hateful Truth
There
review
you
at the
go.
end of the year.
Next time DSP complains about games putting like Game Awards making up weird rules like they did for like whatever happened, people were crying about it. The Game Awards made a weird rule. Let him know that DSP know he makes his own weird rules.
So that we can evaluate that one as well. But good job overall to these
Good job.
developers.
Game's not out yet. I'm gonna put it on the list. Well, the DLC's not on yet. I'm gonna put it on the list. Let's go.
Up next, an episodic game receives its final chapter.
Oh shit.
To critical praise and gamer acclaim.
Gamer acclaim. We're gonna hit with an ad. Motherfucker.
Saving up to 10%.
Picture this. I hit the reload button. Picture this. We got him. Got him. Get out of here, YouTube. Get scammed.
Number 3.
Get fucking scammed, you bitch.
DLC.
Oh my
Alan Wake
god.
had an episodic nature even through its single-player campaign. And so it was no surprise that 2 DLCs
I never want to see anything about Alan Wake again. Yeah, so much. Get out of here.
And the second, The Writer. Now, The Signal, although it was a fun DLC, seemed more like filler than anything else. It did introduce a couple new game mechanics, such as being
playing
able to
like
put your flashlight onto words, and then the objects would actually appear.
Was it Call of
Besides
Duty
that,
when maybe it was just called regular Call of Duty, but it was the one that came out on the Xbox 360, like the first one where you climb the cliffs of Normandy, and like you gotta climb the rope and like dudes are falling off. I remember there was that one, and that might have been actually like the last one I ever played, or the one that has the multiplayer map that has the missile silos you can fall into. It's like a missile silo base, and you can play it on multiplayer. I played that multiplayer map, but like that's it for Call of Duty.
Not much really going for
Oh,
it.
and the one that had the wave one where you could fight juggernauts. I just played the juggernaut wave thing. It wasn't my game. Someone just brought it over.
really didn't advance the story any.
Very
The
little
writer, however,
work with
really gave that definitive ending
little
to
playing
Alan
time
Wake
with Call of
campaign
Duty.
that I think everyone was really looking for. Now, spoilers. I'm going to talk a little bit about the story here.
Maybe it was the original. I
Might
forget
not
the
wanna-
names of Call of Duties because there's been so many. But it was definitely like the first one I remember like actually playing the campaign of was that one where you climb the cliffs of Normandy, and it was Xbox 360. Maybe the first one for it. Maybe at launch. Maybe I can't remember exactly, but it was you definitely climbed the cliff, and you were like World War II, but I don't know like which one it was. And then there was the one where you like versed on that maybe it was the original Modern Warfare with the missile silos. There was like missile silos and little hangars that surrounded the area, but the missile silos like were in the middle of the map. Might have been like 4 or 5 of them, and smoke coming out of them too. But I would just end up falling down them holes when playing against my friends. Just not paying attention. Like, yeah, eat that. Oh, hole. Yeah, eat that. Eat this. Get out hole.
Listen
It's
in,
terrible.
But basically, at the end of that regular Alan Wake campaign, he's stuck in a dream state in the lake with the witch, and the witch is basically controlling him and not allowing him to wake up so that he'll stay there forever, basically creating content with his mind. Well, by the end of The Writer...
Maybe. I know, I believe the cover had the guy, like, soldier looking at you, like, either reaching to grab you, like, yelling at you.
Book that the whole original game was based
Like, I can't even remember the rest of the game. I just remember that one part, like, when you were climbing the cliffs and you, like, seeing, like, your boys falling.
This at least gives you some answers and somewhere to start from if we ever are to.
I don't even think that was my game. I think my boss at the time let me borrow that. He also let me borrow Oblivion for 360. He was like, "Yo, you can walk anywhere and like just start talking to people. You can kill people." And I was like walking around killing people. It was great.
Pretty cool. It was almost like a Vertigo kind of a dream state.
Vertigo.
And I actually screwed up a couple times doing it, which made it even more fun.
Yeah, because you're kind of dumb.
Cool, pretty original. Good ending to the whole Alan Wake story. Hope there's a sequel, but hopefully it doesn't take them another 5 to 6 years to make it. Coming up next, one of the most beloved characters in a very popular video game series finally gets some closure.
Oh shit. Who is it?
Pause for the facts. Susie here is shopping for...
Shill segment's closed. We're not shilling no more. Not a sponsor. None of these people are sponsors anymore. Sponsors don't bombard you with ads.
Trapped with the in-laws this holiday season?
Nah, we're trapped with ads. Get them out of here.
It's DSP's top 5 DLCs
Let's go.
of 2010. Number 2, Mass Effect 2, Lair of the Shadow Broker. Mass
Yo,
Effect 2
that
is
looks
certainly
spike.
one of the most engrossing games of 2010, specifically because
DSP, what are we
of
doing
its
here? You're
vast
married
array
now.
Of individualized, interesting characters. And the actual meat of the game was actually recruiting these
Look at this
characters,
dude gooning.
some new,
Gooning
some
on
old,
main
returning
account.
from Mass Effect 1, and basically helping them with their backstory so that they would become loyal to you and help you survive the final suicide mission. Now, one of the startling omissions of Mass Effect 2 was a continuation of the story of Liara, who was one of the main characters from Mass Effect 1. Now, you do run into her, and you do find out that actually during the time when Shepard was dead, she had actually got teamed up with the Shadow Broker because she was looking for information and basically ended up getting roped into his crime syndicate. Now, she actually is in a position of power, but then as you investigate further, you find out she cannot leave. The Shadow Broker actually will not allow her to leave his grasp, and she's one of his most important pawns. So this is pretty much where it ends in the main story of Mass Effect 2, and you're kind of like left hanging, especially if Liara was one of your favorite characters from Mass Effect 1, and maybe if you even had a romantic interest with her, which I actually did in my playthrough that I did on YouTube. Therefore, Lair of the Shadow Broker was a breath of fresh air, returning us to this world, teaming us back up again with Liara on a quest to finally track down who the Shadow Broker
I never played
is.
any of the Mass
Through a
Effects.
couple engaging
I
hours
know
of
people didn't
gameplay
like the
and
ending to
story,
one
you
of them,
actually
and they
find out
changed
the
it.
true story of the Shadow Broker, which I won't spoil, but it is a pretty epic boss battle, following up with an actual positive fate for Liara, where she basically takes over his role and leaves it way open to interpretation for Mass Effect 3, whether or not they're actually going to take that DLC and whether or not you've saved Liara or not from the Shadow Broker's grasp, and if that will affect the game in the third part. Also, one of the really cool things, which a lot of people apparently didn't know, is that if you do save Liara, and she was your romantic interest in Mass Effect 1, you actually have the ability to woo her again in this DLC, and, well, we'll just let the scenes speak for themselves.
DSP letting you know. Yo, if you was macking it to this bitch, you get the, what did he say?
Or not from the Shadow Broker's grasp, and if that will affect the game in the third part. Also, one of the really cool things, which
By the way, this is a really cool thing he wants to tell you about.
a lot of people apparently didn't know,
In case you didn't know,
is that if you do save Liara and
you saved that bitch, and you were thirsty for her.
Effect 1, you actually have the ability to woo her again.
Woo her again. Let's go. DSP's been playing The Sims.
In this DLC,
Gonna give her the woohoo.
Well, just let the scenes speak for themselves. Go check it out in my playthrough. So, really fun, really interesting to come back to this universe and to re-explore a character who was kind of partially overlooked in the original Mass Effect 2 campaign.
DSP was like, yo, I gotta let the gamers know. Yo, you can fuck this alien. Let's go.
Start off that story again in Mass Effect 3. Really exciting. Definitely one of
You
the
can
best
woohoo her.
in 2010. If you haven't checked it
Best
out
bang
yet,
for your
I
buck.
definitely recommend
This
you get
alien.
it. And PS3 owners,
Oh
news
God,
for
who's
you is that
bleeding?
This DLC will be
Damn,
included
bitch.
in the PlayStation 3 version.
You
of
live
Mass
like
Effect 2
that?
coming out
Walking
next
around
year.
bleeding?
Good stuff. Up next, finally, the DLC of the year is announced.
Oh shit. Do we go
What if I
right
told
into
you
it?
that not only does it block
Motherfucker.
ads, but it also pays you. And I'm looking to
I
buy
say you're a liar and there's something else attached to it.
DSP's top
Get him out of
DLCs
here.
of 2010.
Trying to lure me in with money.
Number 1.
Hey, do you want to watch these? You want to get some money? Free money?
Now,
Oh my
admittedly,
God.
Pretty much almost everyone guessed that this would be my pick for DLC of the year. But
Why would anyone guess that? Was it because you used it in the beginning of every one of these fucking videos?
can you blame me? I mean,
Run,
hands
bitch.
down, this is one
Bitch,
of
run
the-
faster.
if not,
Over.
hands down the best
Goodbye.
DLC. First of all, just taking a serious story like Red Dead Redemption and totally flipping it.
Look
on
at this
its head,
old
adding
bastard.
This kind of
Take him
zombie
out.
Mythology and
Zombie
actually
mythology.
making it work.
You're
I mean,
zombies,
this
bro.
game becomes a completely different but still very fun game by throwing this into the story.
What was the jump? Wait a minute.
Different, but still very
Boom.
fun game.
Let me figure out the buttons real quick.
Ha! By throwing this into the story. And they didn't just throw it in as like, oh, everyone's a zombie, go kill everyone. They actually added real story elements, included most of the major cast from the main game in it.
Oh, God.
And actually put it in a hypothetical situation where, gee, you actually are scratching
Oh,
your head
no.
in this DLC wondering, did this really happen in the story, or is this just a neat, could-be parallel universe style deal? You really can't tell. Now, some of the really cool Easter eggs with this is that you can catch the 4 horses of the apocalypse, which is pretty sweet. There's mythical hunts that you can do. There's actually Sasquatch in the game.
Sasquatch, I like how he said that.
You can do. There's actually Sasquatch in the
Sasquatch.
which is really cool. They look like the actual pictures of Sasquatch that people supposedly have taken.
Sasquatch.
Really cool. They look like the actual pictures of Sasquatch that people
Sasquatch. Let's go.
There's just so many different optional things to do.
Sasquatch.
There's a whole new online multiplayer mode that I never even got a chance to try.
Oh, shit.
The campaign itself of this DLC is anywhere from 4 to 6 or 7 hours long, depending on if you just do the story or if you actually go and do all the optional stuff. So just think about this. A DLC that's not overpriced.
Not overpriced.
Actually came out the week of Halloween, which is the perfect timing for something like this. Not only added to the content of the original game, but significantly increased the value of it by adding a what-if scenario. I mean, this is by far, hands down, the best DLC of this year.
The best. Let's go.
I get the feeling so many people actually agree with me simply because everyone was saying, oh, it's got to be Undead Nightmare. It's got to be Undead Nightmare. And if you didn't
Oh, no, the horse.
DLC, you don't know what you're missing out on. It's so much fun. It's just so... They're getting the
Bro, what are you
voice
doing?
actors back to do this. It was just such a great addition. Again, I said it once and I'll say it again. I'm glad that I didn't stick to my word that I wasn't going to play Rockstar games this year because of false copyright claims last year. I would have missed out on the best DLC of the year and one of the coolest things I think I've ever played.
I don't know why he fell
being in
down.
the Wild West and blowing away zombies for hours on end. Insane amount of fun. The design of the DLC, the graphic design itself is spooky and fun. The music is great. Everything here is really fun. Go check it out.
Go check it out.
One quick thing before we wrap up. I do understand that there are 2 major DLCs left before the end of 2010 that still haven't been released. One being the Fallout New Vegas first DLC, and then also the Case West DLC for Dead Rising 2, even though technically it is a standalone game. Those are just coming way too late in the year for me to try to include in my top 10 countdowns, especially since I now have over 30 more parts to make before I'm done this year.
Let's go.
If those are really good,
Spamming
I
it.
consider making...
Because all the videos like in this playlist are equal up to 38 if you include like trailers saying, you know, the top 10 or top 20 videos are up on Blip. And there's 20 videos missing from this, the top 20 videos of 2010, which you only put up on Blip. They were supposed to come over at some point, but you just never did. Plus the racist moments I didn't even put in this list, but everyone's seen those, so it didn't really matter.
Hateful truths for them and reviewing them in future episodes. However, they're just
So technically this video is down by 30 videos. So he made 68 videos for his Game of the Year this year. Holy shit.
not going to appear in this.
At least 68. Jesus Christ, this dude's a monster.
Really cutting it.
What a fucking beast. What a fucking beast of a man.
If they had put it out a little bit earlier, I would have maybe gotten into my top 5 best. Alright, that's it for the best and worst DLCs of 2010. Check out my next top 10 countdown, which will be the top 10 fan-voted playthroughs.
We already watched that, smartass. I didn't put these in order. Just the order of them, make sure that they were, like, which list.
So check it out.
No. Oh my god. Audio jump scares from this dude.
Does he know about that?
Oh, what's this?
No, this is later on, right?
Yeah.
This is when,
He's already dead.
Yeah.
This is Jack.
Later Jack.
Oh, he's a zombie. Zombie John Marston.
The killer?
Dude, that's sick.
And a twist at the end here. Bring him with a gun and everything like that?
Yeah. shit, you get to play as him.
There you go. That was so worth it to add at the end of that video.
Dark Side Phil's Game of the Year Awards 2010.
Oh yeah, this is just a trailer too, because that was like the last video in the playlist.
What is up? Go over to Blip TV, check out the newest Game of the Year videos.
I can't. It doesn't exist.
Number 3. So we're in the final triple threat showdown, and it's going to be pretty interesting. So be sure to head over there. As always,
it's not. Red Dead Redemption wins number 1.
Showing all the parts up to now, as well as a fully updated playlist in the description of this video.
And we did it. We got to the end of this nonsense. Was it SSA's? It was also released 2018. I think because he hid these videos, and then when he did his Google Plus nonsense where his videos got hidden and he unhid them, they were free again. So I don't even know if he knows people can see these. But I'd like to thank everyone for coming by. I hope we had fun. I'm gonna try to work on this Black Pill villain rap thing offline, because I can't figure out how to get the audio to not work like that. Imagine. I'll come with something else that I can work on next time. But thank you for coming by. I hope you have a good night. Take it easy.
What the hell happened to Sonic 4? Remember? I am fucking Sonic, and you can't fuck with me. I am a fucking hedgehog, and there's spikes on my back. I am Sonic, and you can't fuck with me. I am a fucking hedgehog, and there's spikes on my back. Oh shit, I fucking need more speed. More fucking speed. No one fucks with Sonic shit. No one fucks with Sonic shit. Fuck you and fuck your mother, your sister and your brother. Get the fuck out of my way, I'm a hedgehog. So fuck you and fuck your mother, your sister and your brother. Get the fuck out of my way, I'm a hedgehog. So fuck you and fuck your mother, your sister and your brother. Get the fuck out of my way, I'm a hedgehog. So fuck you, here we go. Now fuck you dumb hoe. So sucking my balls and shaft, yeah. So what's the Jesus Sonic going to be in love with a hedgehog, or is he going to try to smack it to that girl from the fucking other 3D Sonic games? Have some sus activities in this game. Sus activities, what Sonic is all about these days. Sus activities into what Sonic is all about these days. I actually have to do some platforming in here. I am fucking Sonic, and you can't talk to me. I am a fucking hedgehog, and there's spikes on my back. I am Sonic, and you can't talk to me. I am a fucking hedgehog, and there's spikes on my back. Fucking Sonic, he's about to sell more games. Yeah, whatever happened to Sonic 4? I don't think anyone knows. The project was probably canceled. Here we go, now fuck you. Alright, so that's what the 3D gameplay. Play a Sonic generation be like, but again, this still leaves a question. Now what the hell happened to Sonic 4? Or happened to Sonic 4? Sonic 4 Episode 1 was released with the 2D side-scroller, just like traditional Sonic games, and short, it was 10 hours long, had like 5 stages, and it was supposed to be Act 1. There's supposed to be several acts to that game. Fuck happened to a series, so what happened to Sonic 4? I want to know, here we go. Holy shit, no, it's remix music of Flash. What the hell happened to Sonic 4, remember? Fuck you, and fuck your mother. This remix music of Splash. What the hell happened to Sonic 4, remember?